Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another stream where we're going to be talking about the stuff that we usually talk about. Anyway, I will never do another intro like that again, but I just felt so compelled to do that. Welcome back, everyone. Oh, look. Oh my god, I made this thumbnail today from Chainsaw Man. I made this thumbnail like 6 months ago. Probably more, actually, like 9 months ago. We have some stuff that we need to talk about, my goodness. But firstly, how long has it been since I streamed? 4 days, not bad. Alright. Ay, so many notifications. Okay. You ain't cool, you a fool. Thank you. Remember, we've got a Steve M video to react to. That is true. My last live streaming appearance, for reference, guys, was on the Kyle Entertainment channel, where he was reacting to a AI-related video by one of his favorite creators. And then I was getting triggered, so I had to join the Discord call and talk to him about it. But anyway, so we'll probably watch part of that video today. Oh, and Jarky Bacon's favorite guys made an anti-AI video too, so I'll send it through. Oh, we'll see. Hopefully it's a good anti-AI video, okay? We'd love that. Bacon is here saying, yo, with a nice golden badge. We love it. Nice emblem. The keyboard. Yeah, he's got a silver one. It's really pathetic. But you know what? We like silver ones too, so don't cancel. It'd be good if you stayed on as a member. If you guys want a badge in your name, make sure you become a member for like $3 a month. I think you get the badge for like $1 a month. $1 US, that is. So, geez, who knows how much that is these days. Okay, now we go through Twitter, as we always do. I feel like I've retweeted a bunch of great stuff. Also, recently, I feel like I've been seeing so much good art on Twitter. I'm like, man, I must have a good algorithm or something. And then I said that to someone, and then they're like, oh, maybe because like the new AI thing is out. And I'm like, oh, maybe, unironically, maybe I'm just seeing a bunch of AI art, and I'm like, I can't tell anymore, and it just looks really good. So I don't know, I guess that's a conspiracy theory of mine. Jesus, I think I've retweeted so much since last time. I don't know what it was. Anyway. Even Kyle reacted? To what? Wait, what was I just talking about? Kyle reacted to what? Did you put a new video out? Oh, yeah, also I talked about... Oh, no, Bacon, you already know. I said I already talked about your thing on the digest, but I guess you messaged me about that. Heath is here dabbing so many times. Oh, my goodness, I've never seen so many dabs by Heath in a row. Creedon is here. WTF, this keeps happening. What keeps happening? Is something happening? Is my stream not working or something? Okay. What is happening with Vinland Saga? A great thumbnail that I made because Bacon's traveling, I think. Well, I don't know if he still is, or I don't know what's happening. Anyway, this was a fun discussion. I think I talked about this, didn't I? Last time? Yeah, fun discussion between Bacon and Mir in person. Chainsaw Man movie. Oh, my great prediction. I think this is what we're up to, right? No, I feel we saw this too. The cool Mikasa fan art. Cool Miyako fan art. Cool fan art by my favorite artist on Twitter. Cool Misa fan art. This like shocked me. Firstly, it's like a cool piece of art. Secondly, I guess if for people who don't know, this is a Mushoku Tensei reference. Okay, this is the great Eris. And this is Eris's mother, Hilda, I think was her name. And these are the two servants, two slaves that were enslaved probably from the Doldia village or something. This shocked me because I had never in my life have I ever thought about when Eris was like a baby. Like what would she be like? I've just never thought of it. Like as a character, like what would a baby Eris be like? I don't know why. This just shocked me. I'm like, yeah, I guess she was a baby at one point. Like that's kind of crazy. Anyway, I don't know. That kind of, I was like, oh yeah, I guess yeah. Maybe she was pulling the ears of the beast kidnapped slaves here. Anyway, this is a great meme. A phone that turns you into power. It's just so funny. And Kobeni's like crying as she's like slowly being turned into power, being corrupted by the power of this random phone. I think it's hilarious. My digest came out. We have to talk about this. I rewatched the Florida Project. Oh my goodness. It's like the third greatest movie ever made, maybe. Licorice Recoil, Summertime Rendering, so on and so forth. What else? I made a video. We are definitely going to talk about this. I have to hear thoughts about this, what people think. This was great. We'll talk about this. Let me read the chat first. This is like the 4th or 5th time. Do you go live within 2 minutes of me waking up? Or what can I say? I know when you wake up. Now, Bacon is using his custom membership emotes to, I guess, sigh. I guess that's probably the equivalent. We all love Hilda. That is true. Rest in peace. God, I'm not going to say what it was, but remember that one chapter in that one volume, and it was like, it like brought it all together? Oh my goodness, it was great. Maybe Bacon has no idea what I'm talking about, but it was fantastic. Anyway, Mushoku Tensei is great. And don't worry, me and Bacon, one day this year, we're going to finish off Mushoku Tensei. We're going to read those redundancy volumes. Okay, we have this exchange here, which was like the funniest thing in the world. Because people are like, oh my god, look at this. Microsoft has made this like AI replica of this video game. It's like so crazy. And then someone quote tweeted and is like, this is fucking disgusting, and spits on the work of every developer. And then the guy who made the game is like, what? This is impressive research work. I'm like, this is hilarious. So it cracked me up. We have this amazing piece of Ruby fan art made by the great ChatGPT. So, you know, we love AI, don't we? Although AI is evil, of course. That's my caption here. This is actually, it's just so cool. I think this is really, like, it looks really cool. And purely just AI generated. Will time travel be introduced in the remainder of Chainsaw Man Part 2? Also, we had a poll that, oh my god, it's got 5 votes already. I don't know what the answer is, because oh wait, I am logged in. I don't want to influence the poll. I think you all know my answer anyway, but, yeah, so that was another thing. Crazy, I've just been so active on Twitter. I think I gained a few followers this week, I guess maybe because of all my retweeting. Alright. You don't know about Hilda? Let me guess, is that like a character in like Mad Men or something? I don't know. You didn't even talk about how gay Liko Rico is. Is it? Is it gay at all? There's like a little bit of like implied maybe they're like, maybe Takin has a crush on Chisato, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think it's very... Oh, no, wait. Okay, wait, unless you mean like the Teach stuff, which, yeah, of course. I guess it is like, not really. I don't know. I'll be honest, sexuality is not a thing that even crossed my mind everyone. Watching that show, Jesus. In March of 20... God. Oh, we got so much to talk about. What a volume, what a chapter. That is true. I've just got the Ghislaine redundancy chapters left. Wait, what? I feel like that's not even near the end. So I don't know if you've like read... Have you read any of redundancy yet? Is that what you're saying? Like you've read part of it? Or is that like the stuff you've got in the redundancy that you need to read? We'll see. For reference, I haven't read any of the redundancy, but I'm willing to at any point. Bacon just say the word that is free and then we'll do it. Okay. So, oh my god, my nose is so itchy. This is terrible. What happened? I guess I just did eat some Mexican food. Maybe I'm like allergic to something. I don't know. Anyway, so the digest came out. I talked about a few things. And I wanted to try something different this month, which is that I took out my Licorice Recoil section. In March, which is my classic, like, listen to this, right? March of 2025, I watched Licorice Recoil, which is an anime. It's got 13 episodes, and it is absolutely fantastic. I love this show a lot. This is one of my favorite things I've watched all year, one of my favorite anime of all time. This is really, really good. I like Licorice Recoil a lot. It's absolutely enjoyable from, like, beginning to end. It was incredibly engaging. The episodes flew by. Like, the pacing is fantastic. The plot is great. The action is great. The characters are great. The art is great. The animation is great. The directing is great. The voice acting is great. I watched the dub. The dub is fantastic. This is probably the best dub I've ever seen, probably. I love Licorice Recoil. This was fantastic, I have to say. Just to say, like, actually, just specifically about the pacing, this is something to say that... So on and so forth, okay? That was not to get my opinion across, but to just show you what this video is like. So this is an unscripted rant, okay? Like, I just talk about stuff, like... Interesting. But yeah, Majima's an interesting character. Yeah, he is an interesting character, you know? And the boss for, like, the Lily Boys comes in, and, like... Yeah, the boss for the Lily Boys comes in, you know? Which also, I don't know if he's actually the boss, but that's what I said in the video. Work together, and they got Chisato a heart early on. Yeah, so there we go, okay. I decided to take this, and then convert it into a scripted video, which is not scripted at all. Literally what I did was I took me rambling on digest, basically, and I edited the audio, and you can very much tell, like, it's very choppy in certain bits. And I tried to clean it up, and then I put visuals, like the classic, like, anime, you know, video essay visuals, and then I made it into a video. And the idea behind this is that I can just make, like, a bunch of videos like this from all the stuff that I talk about in digest. Like, if I like something, I can make a positive one. If I don't like something, I can make a negative one. And it basically, like, converts my unscripted stuff into nice scripted videos. And the hope was that it would get more views, which clearly this hasn't. So I don't think I'm ever going to do this again. But you never know, unless it suddenly blows up one day. Because I feel like this is a much more approachable, presentable video where it's, like, shorter. It's like, I don't know what, obviously I'm biased, but I think it's like a nice, decently pleasant watch to watch this. It's pretty easy to watch. But yeah, so just for reference, the stuff we just watched, we'll watch it again here. It's like slightly tidied up, I guess. 2025, I watched Licorice Recoil. In March of 2025, I watched Licorice Recoil, and it is absolutely fantastic. I love this show a lot. This is one of my favorite things I've watched all year, one of my favorite anime of all time. This is really, really good. It's absolutely enjoyable beginning to end. It was incredibly engaging. The episodes flew by. The pacing is fantastic. The plot is great. The action is great. The characters are great. The art is great. The animation is great. The directing is great. The voice acting is great. I watched the dub. The dub is fantastic. This is probably the best dub I've ever seen. I love Licorice Recoil. A lot of this show is a mix where it's slice of life some episodes and there's action in some episodes, plot focused. I like both of these. The slice of life in the show is... You get the point, okay? So it's like a bit more tidied up or whatever. I think it comes together well. It's just a shame that no one really cares about it. I guess it got a lot of comments though. That is kind of interesting. And one person who really like deep dived on the cultural differences between the gender war in the West and some quasi surveillance state thing. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So yeah. And I also convinced me to watch it apparently. Going on my list for sure. I really like the character designs. That is true. Chisato has the best character design of all time. Well, like the 7th best or something, right? Anyway. I just saw Kyle say check Blind Wave, or I'm assuming they reacted to a movie or something. I don't know. What a volume, what a chapter. I've just got the Ghislaine. I'm in the first redundancy book and the final chapters of the Ghislaine ones. Ooh, interesting. I would look it up on stream. There's gonna be spoilers and stuff to see which ones you've already read. No more spoilers about Mushoku Tensei, but my goodness, I am excited. How long ago did you read it, Bacon? Has it been a while? But let's check Blind Wave. What's going on? Severance? Is that... Oh, The Sopranos, okay. I haven't seen The Sopranos, so I have no interest in watching this. I guess I should probably start watching now if they're watching. Only 61 views? They've fallen off. Oh my god. What's their intro going to be? Is it going to be a joke about The Sopranos?
Do you see anything interesting or weird about this one?
On the front?
You can flip it over. Oh. I find it quite odd. This postal sticker under this tape for sealing this.
Yeah.
When I feel like this should have been sealed and then that would have been put on top of it.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, this would have been put on by whoever put the label on. And there's a hair in it.
You know what I always wonder? Is the editor choosing to include this, or does Blindwave like tell them you should include the intro?
We're friends that watch TV shows together, and we had some people over at blindwave.com to help us choose those shows, and one of those choices was The Sopranos.
True. Except for Jake, he's an employee. He's not a friend. But I mean, he probably was a friend growing up or whatever. I have no idea about the law. So that's exciting. They're reacting to The Sopranos. I wonder if it'll save their channel, their dying channel. All right. This is Bigly. They'll react to the movie eventually. They're going to whack him. Maybe. I think it probs didn't do so well because the anime came out in 2022. That is true, but there is a Slice of Life shorts or something coming out soon, and he told me in the comments, so I'm pretty sure, you know, maybe, hopefully, we're crossing my fingers. I don't know how to cross like this. Maybe it'll get more views when that comes out, okay? I'll be just so excited. I want 10,000 views on this thing or it's a failure. It's not worth the effort. Because believe it or not, this was actually a pretty monumental effort. I know it might sound simple because it's like I've already recorded the script. In March of... Also, this is I like my thumbnail here. Okay, it's okay. In March of 20... This was made with the assist of ChatGPT as well, believe it or not. Anyway, yeah, editing the actual audio to make it like salvageable, to like salvage a good like kind of narration here from his unscripted video was pretty tough. Like I had to basically word by word, like I had to cut some well not because you can do that automatically, but like I was saying like a lot, like whatever. I had to cut all that out, and like restructure. I didn't really move anything specifically, but I had to cut out like a few sentences of like me just like rambling about nonsense, and it took a long time to edit this audio, and obviously it's like longer as well. I think the raw recording was like 30 minutes of audio, roughly something like that, and I got it down to like 16 minutes here. Maybe it wasn't 30, it was like 25 or something, but that took a lot of effort. And then obviously there's like a million clips in this that I chose that like took a lot of effort too. So it's like this isn't like a cheap thing, I guess, but it's free content, you know. It takes time. Anyway. I was reading it on the plane, so I want to be 2 weeks ago. Okay, perfect. Well, let me know when you're done and then we can talk about it. Oh no, we're gonna wait. Well, I guess the second one as well, right? There's 2 out, I think. Anyway. Or is there only 1 out? No, I think there's only 1 in English, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it. Mr. Gems is here saying hello. I thought this was a 2024 anime. No, but it is very new. Like within the past 2 years. And it's also very high production value. Like it looks really good. I mean, not if you compare it to something like Chainsaw Man, I guess, but that's like an exception. But all right. Oh my god, it's Steve from Minecraft. That's crazy. Have you guys seen all the memes about the chicken jockey? Oh my god. How's this doing? No comments. That's a shame. Also, I may have stolen the general thumbnail layout for the thumbnail that I made for Bacon, but I made it for this Chainsaw Man one. I thought it looked good, and I thought, let me just try it out, see if it actually gets a bunch of views for the secondary D video. Okay. Let's see.
Hello, my friends. So today, I don't have anything specific that I wanted to talk about. So I decided anyway to turn the camera on and start yapping. So yeah, let's get into it.
That's what I'm doing right now. Oh my god. What do you think the topics will be?
What I'm trying to remember, guys. Give me a second. You know, if anymore. I don't know when I can go back. So that's really unfortunate that I can't go to the gym, but that's not an
That sucks. People were saying that during the early COVID lockdowns. It's really unfortunate. But we got to make a sacrifice for the greater good. I just got a Blindwave Patreon notification. I wonder what that's for. Also, Film Buff just abandoned his like promise that today Doctor Who was going to come out. It's a shame. It looks like all the Sopranos episodes are out, the first 5. Anyway. So, for today's stream, I don't actually know what we're doing. His playlist videos is the one that Kyle recommended. I guess we're going to be talking about AI a little bit. Steve M.
So,
all right. Is there anything? Oh yeah, the 2 Licorice Requo videos. Oh jeez, I watched both of these. They were both pretty boring. But they're both by pretty small channels, I think. Especially this one. This is like a tiny channel.
okie dokie.
No, not this one. It's 10K. Oh no, I guess it's tiny. Yeah, 10K subs. I think this one had a bit more. Red Joker. 21K. They're both pretty small. All right. Also, what's the, did I leave my notepad open with all the stuff that's coming up? Oh, I did. So the Minecraft movie's already out. Is My Hero Academia Vigilantes, is that already out? I didn't hear about that. Black Mirror comes out tomorrow, most likely, or maybe tonight. And then Last of Us Season 2 is Monday. Doctor Who is like this Saturday or something. I'm excited. All right. Ari, guess which accent that lady had? A British accent, of course. So that's the best you're getting out of me, anyway. AI can't make art, only rip it off. That is true, but I guess by the same definition, humans can only rip it off too. But let's see.
So, if you've been on social
Why is the quality so bad? Oh, it's like a BBC. They're ripping off the BBC.
media
okay.
all over the past few weeks, which is always a mistake, you've undoubtedly been inundated with a new wave of AI imagery, whether the Studio Ghibli filter that was so popular it literally overwhelmed OpenAI's servers, or the tech demo that promised to breathe new life into the films of Soviet director Andrei Tarkovsky, allowing audiences to step inside the frame and presumably giving them motion sickness. Now, talking about AI is always a bit tricky, in part because it's hard to define exactly what AI is, and because it's possible to sound like you're offering a knee-jerk Luddite response. AI has become a hugely popular buzzword in recent years, as it's a great way to attract
That is
investors,
true.
so the term can and has been applied to all sorts of technology, much of which would have been standard post-production tools a couple of years ago. So we're going to be talking today specifically about generative AI, in particular its application to...
Well, kind of. Okay. Yeah. I guess we technically will be talking about some like subset of generative AI, but okay.
appropriation of art. The second issue is to acknowledge that a lot of this technology is not inherently bad. My siblings are both doctors, for example, and they talk about promising medicinal uses of the technology as a diagnostic tool that can be used by professionals and to aid discovery within protein science. They also stress
I feel like outside of art, you would be hard pressed to. I mean, I guess there's probably like a bunch of niches where it's like bad, but I feel like the overwhelming majority of stuff outside of art is like there is no controversy and it is like unbelievably beneficial in like pretty much every regard, to like every field basically. I don't know.
that in these cases, the tools are not used to replace existing manual labor, but in addition to and validated by qualified professionals, and that's honestly great.
There's no way he was talking about medical stuff, right? Wait.
Diagnostic tool that can be used by professionals and to aid discovery within protein science. They also stress that in these cases, the tools are not used to replace existing manual labor, but in addition to and validated by qualified professionals, and that's honestly great. That's what.
Why is that great? What if the AI was better than the human at like saving lives? Like, wouldn't you want it to do that? Like, who cares if it replaces a job if it's like helping out like advanced science better, right? I don't know.
Qualified professionals. And
I just, we'll keep going through. Everything about AI just bothers me. Why can't everyone just, I don't know. Also, Ari, did you say you reacted to my Garda AMV for Vinland Saga? No, I think I just watched it off stream. No, wait. No, I think I watched it. Did I watch it through Kyle Entertainment? I think he watched it on stream or something. But no, I didn't react to it. No reaction out there. Blindwave reacted to something MHA today. It's probably not Vigilantes, maybe. No, I think this was South African, but I could be wrong. I initially thought it was British. That's kind of crazy. It's beneficial in running a football club, as you learned earlier, Elite Ari. True, Kyle Entertainment sent me this like link about this old man talking about football, and it was about AI in football or something. And I watched a few minutes, and I was like, this is pretty boring, but okay.
that's honestly great.
I'm being too harsh to this video, by the way. Okay, he's just being I don't know what he's being. Let's just keep watching.
That's what you should be using these tools to do. It is mildly frustrating that Sam Altman is like, I founded OpenAI to cure cancer, but hey, here's a Studio Ghibli filter. Inevitably, those sorts of practical and useful applications of AI aren't the ones that tend to generate attention. They aren't the ones packaged and sold to shareholders, and they aren't the ones flooding social media. Instead, it's creepy AI trailers, bad pitch videos, and the plagiarism of distinctive perspectives. It's the attempt to remove anything resembling a human soul from this creative material. So join us this week as we separate the art from the artificial.
Why am I watching this again? What is this channel? Why did you send this, Kyle? It's just like a random... Is this a video game channel or something? I don't know. Just to get me frustrated. My rugby club was using AI pictures for its adverts. That's very funny.
This is nonsense for a number of reasons.
Oh, God. I thought I could skip the intro, but...
One of the big arguments in favor of this new wave of generative AI is the suggestion that it serves to democratize art. This is nonsense for a number of reasons. Most
All right, what are the nonsense reasons? Let's think. So like the argument is AI tools are useful for people who like don't have the skill of drawing, right? Like they're bad drawers or something. It can help them because it can like it gives them more easy to use tools, right? Like it's easier to type a prompt in and then slightly modify like the art using like, say, even just drawing with your own pencil, like, or going in Photoshop and editing it to make it nice and like perfect. It's easier, or even just like compositing, which is like much easier than drawing. It makes it easier for people to create art, right? So it like democratizes the art creation process by giving new tools that are easier to use, so that you can produce art more easily. So it democratizes it. What would be the counter argument to that? Like I'm trying to think, like, say I enjoy expressing myself. Like I want to express like images that I have in my mind. I want to make them reality. So like I go to like an AI, I go to like Sora.com or I go to ChatGPT or something. And I type in like, oh, give me a picture of like and I describe the image in my head, and then it like produces something, and I'm like, okay, this is like really close. It's like not exactly what I want. It's like pretty close. Let me like open up like Procreate, and like I'm really bad at like sketching. I can't like I'm bad at anatomy. I can't do sketches or whatever, but I can use this as a baseline. I can like, or use it as a reference or something, sketch over it, or like you literally use it as a reference and like draw my own thing. Change up the colors to make them what I want, get rid of the imperfections and stuff. And I have created like a piece of art that was in my mind. It's in reality now. And it was because of the AI tool that helped me, right? How can you have I'm curious what the argument against that could be. Like, how does that not democratize art? Like, I feel like it just definitionally democratizes it. Like, is the piece that I created not art because it was inspired by something AI made? I don't understand. But I guess let's find out, guys, okay?
Obviously, the big reasons that the artistic world isn't democratic have little to do with ability and more to do with structure. It's very hard for people to break into creative fields because of existing systemic issues and institutional biases.
I think the great fight.
Okay, so he's talking about the industry or whatever, like the money-making one. So I don't care about that at all, okay? Like what I was saying is more, when you say democratizes the creation of art, that feels like not monetary, or not like, it's just like allows people to express themselves, right? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's Bacon's favorite channel. Is that true? Tell him, Bacon. All right, I used to watch one guy on here until he left. Okay. Don't listen to him, Ari. I do, because he has a golden badge and you don't. Mr. Ari, can I use your voice to train AI? I am actually against that type of AI, believe it or not. So probably not. But I mean, no, I can't stop you if I wanted to. But I've said this a million times on stream. My one thing that I have against AI is that in the case of deepfakes, or just any, like even in the case of art creation, if someone creates art in your style and then they make it look like your art and they don't tell people that it's not your art, or if you make, for instance, if you clone someone's voice and then made them say things and then didn't tell people when you're distributing that like clip that that's not the person speaking, because it takes the identity of the creator and then forces that identity to do things that they don't necessarily approve of. So it's like the simplest case is like if you were to take my voice, clone it, and then make me say things that I don't believe, and then other people believe that I said those things, that's unambiguously a bad thing. Or if you take someone's art and you like create a version of like you create a piece of art using an AI tool that looks just like someone else's art style, and then you draw something that they wouldn't agree with or is like that is against their morals or something, then I think that's like a terrible thing, and I think that should absolutely be punished. So you know what? I don't get permission, but there's nothing I can do to stop it. So we live in a society, right? Anyway.
Is that the art world, the established art world, it's fundamental to keep an established art world, that the mystery is kept in place, because once it falls into the hands of a proletariat, that the ability to make art is in fact inherent with all of us, it demolishes the idea of art for commerce, and that's no good for business.
This is not a supply-side problem. There are plenty of incredibly talented artists who are competing for space.
It still democratizes it though.
Flooding the zone with computer-generated nonsense doesn't make the process any more democratic.
Oh, boy.
If anything, this noise just drowns out the actual talent. Various short story and art competitions have made it harder to submit in an effort to block out AI artwork and submissions, putting them out of reach of the actual talented artists who should be able to take advantage of those schemes. Indeed, for artists, there is a solid argument that art has never been more democratic than it is right now. It's possible these days to shoot theatrically released movies on an iPhone. You can write a novel in your Notes app. You can distribute your music via social media. There are still problems, of course. It's not an entirely even playing field. There are institutional biases. It is very hard to get word out there. But by and large, for the people who want to create, it is easier than it has ever been to create art and to make that art accessible to others. But here's the thing about making art. It's hard. And I don't necessarily
Doesn't have to be hard though.
mean in the cliche of the struggling and starving artist, though there's a broader discussion to be had about how we compensate artists for their work. Emotionally and physically, it's tough. If you're going to create a work of
I'm just trying to think, like, what do you even say to this? Like, you say, like, it's like, the argument would be, like, to argue that digital film is not film, because editing film is, or, like, producing filmed movies on, like, on actual film is a lot, it's hard. Like, to produce the result you want, it's like hard because you gotta like scan it and you gotta like, I don't know, there's like you gotta cut it up physically, and it's like more laborious and it's like challenging, and that gives you the better art in the end. Like digital it's a cheap way to do it. It's like easier, and it's like it's not as much art as the film is because it's like easier. It's like I don't know.
That's the thing about making art. It's hard. And I don't necessarily mean in the cliche of the struggling and starving artist, though there's a broader discussion to be had about how we compensate artists for their work. Emotionally and physically, it's tough. If you're going to create a work of art, you have to put yourself in there, and you have to put yourself out there. You have to work hard. You have to constantly throw stuff.
So if someone doesn't work hard and it like comes to them easily, like, is it fine? Like, if Fujimoto came out like tomorrow and is like, guys, I've had the easiest time in my life making Chainsaw Man, not a single struggle. I've actually found it very fun, enjoyable. Like, I haven't really struggled once. The next page just comes naturally to me. I actually only work like 6 hours a week. Would that make it like not as good? Like, is he not an artist then? I don't know. It's a foolish argument. I think, in my opinion. I don't know.
Of a way that isn't working and start over from scratch. The creative instinct is like any other muscle. It's honed through
practice. It's like, it's such a foolish argument that I feel like it's not even foolish. It's such a like easily countered argument that this person must have a counter to it. And why wouldn't you include it in the video? Like, the thing should be, like, so he can give his point here, right? And then at the end, it should be like, oh, some critics would say that, like, the difficulty of producing a work of art or how much emotionally you invest into it doesn't really have to do with how much of an artist you are. And in response to that, I say this, like, why would you not address, like, the obvious counter to this? Which maybe he will, we'll continue on for a few minutes, but I have a feeling he's not going to, but yeah. You're a Blind Wave patron again? Absolutely not. I still am a Blind Wave patron because it hasn't been a month yet. So I still have my subscription. I did realize that the other day. Like, I remember we talked about it on stream and I was like, oh yeah, I guess I did cancel it. And then I got a notification the next day. I was like, what? Did I like not cancel it? But no, it's because it hasn't been a month yet. So you got to keep it for the whole period. But anyway.
Practice and repetition. Every day you get a little bit less bad at it. This 4-second crowd shot in The Wind Rises took 15 months to animate. But the process is part of the product. The work has more value.
Like 99% of people who saw this shot in the movie probably thought it looked like pretty cool. It's like, well, look at all these people moving, all right? This is great. It's like so much chaos or whatever. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what it's referring to. 99% of people probably thought that. 1% were probably like, oh, I don't care about this at all, right? Or actually probably like much bigger percentage about that. like, maybe in total, like 0.05% of people think that this took a lot of time to make and care about that and even know that it took a lot of time to make. Like, is it therefore like, what is it? What are you even saying? Like, is this not art then? Because like 99% of people didn't even know it. I don't.
Or second
I don't know.
crowd shot in The Wind Rises took 15 months to animate. But the process is part of the product. The work has more value.
Like, the process is part of the product to like the 0.05% of people who know about the process. No one watching this movie knows if it's made by AI or not, right? I don't know.
But the process is part of the product. The work has more value because every choice within that frame was made by a human being and was the result of not only the...
But we don't even know that. How do we know they didn't just like feed it to I mean, maybe that's an old movie, right? So it wouldn't count. But like, how do you know that the human is involved? And why does it matter if the human is, if the people consuming it don't even, there's no way for them to verify it. I don't understand it. Like, me watching this video, there's no way that I can prove that this isn't made by an AI, right? Like, that there is no script. This is a ChatGPT generated script. The visuals are just like miscellaneous visuals from other things that have been stitched together randomly. Like, there's no way I'll ever know that, but that doesn't take away from the video at all. Maybe if it did come out that was the case, like if I was certain that this was AI generated, then maybe I would value it less. But in almost every circumstance, I'm never going to know and I'm never going to be able to verify it. So why does it matter? Yeah, that's what I would say, but I don't know. Stuff bothers me. I mean, even this guy is only using The Wind Rises as an example because it went viral on Twitter not that long ago. Absolutely, that is true. I have seen this clip before. Anyway.
Year and a quarter that it took to animate, but the decades of experience leading up to that point. But hey, you know what?
I do have to say one thing about this video, though. He's giving... Okay, this is all, it's all obviously my opinion. I'm going to be quite harsh, I think. He's giving very poor arguments. Like poor as in, like... I've seen, like, a million other dumb AI videos, right? And they're really dumb, and they're, like, really inflammatory, and they're really bad arguments. I think he's making the exact same arguments. But the way it's presented isn't actually that inflammatory at all. And it's kind of like, I like this narration style. And the way the information is presented, it kind of feels like informational and stuff. And it's actually not triggering me at all. Believe it or not, despite how I'm reacting for stream, I guess. But yeah, I think it's just dumb arguments packaged in like a pretty nice way. But, yeah.
Let's just check in with Miyazaki and see what he thinks of AI.
Anyway, so that's that. I think we get the point, okay? I don't think I'm going to like this video. I think it's going to be a bunch of bad arguments. But you never know. Maybe at the end he switches around. He actually addresses all the counter arguments. I have no idea. Tell Bob the Bob Iger interview is disturbing. Okay, true. The CEO of Disney. We hate him. It's bad when the developers try to hide that specific artists and they're... Okay, so it's like... We love it. We love all our trendy little topics and the little controversies that happen. We love it. It's great. Anyway, that was in my opinion, bad arguments presented in a good way. Let's watch bad arguments presented in a bad way, okay? So in fairness, we're only going to watch like a few minutes of this, but I did watch the beginning of this on Kyle Entertainment's stream. I just want to talk about it a little bit, okay? For reference, I don't know anything about Steven. Well, I guess I know one thing, which is that I think Kyle likes this channel or something. And I think I watched a section of a video where he talked about the backstory of, was it Gunbuster, I think, and Diebuster or something? And I remember thinking it was okay. It was like a mildly interesting section of a video. But beyond that, I don't know anything about this channel. But yeah. All the Miyazaki stuff is so annoying because he's obviously not talking about the AI these people are complaining about, and there's zero way to know what he thinks about generative AI. I don't know. Also, I don't really care what he thinks about like AI or art in general, right? Like that one, the director guy who died, who like hated watching stuff on their phone or whatever, which I think was like taken out of context. We watched it on the stream once and it was actually funny, but like I don't care about his opinion on stuff. Like I guess it bothers me and it like informs some people's opinions, but like I don't care if Miyazaki hates the AI or not. It's not going to change my opinion on like art, right? But also, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's watch this.
そうすると例えば水彩画みたいなのをCG で人間が描いてるように表現するっていうことっていうのが多分5年後とか10年後ぐらいには少なくともきっとできるだろうっていう。
Also, wait. So this guy is like talking about, I don't know how long ago this was recorded. It looks like it's recorded in the 2000s or something. Oh, 2016. Okay. This guy is like predicting that AI generated art or whatever. Let me just say, 2016, this was a wild position. Okay. No one with I guess some people, especially with the one, what was the AI? Like, I don't know what it was called, but the one where Facebook generated faces or whatever of people. That was like the first thing where it's like, man, this is actually pretty impressive. Like, it's hard to tell if people are real or not. But like no one really expected the explosion of AI art so suddenly, so quickly, and to be such high quality, as happened in 2020. Yeah, like this is a bold prediction. Like obviously you can see the trends, right? Like, okay, the AI is getting better at making art and we can produce like 32 by 32 pixel images and obviously that's going to scale and eventually it's going to become a thing if AI keeps getting better. But this is a bold prediction to say that like within 6 years or whatever, we're going to be at the stage where it's going to be making full-blown like videos and like full-blown like really cool actual fan art of like TV shows and stuff. Like, yeah, anyway.
例えば水彩画みたいなのをCG で人間が描いてる表現
all of Ari's AI commentary is just him not being able to understand why people have morals. Yeah. I guess, is that fair? Let me think. I think my criticism is more so that I just don't think that their morals make sense. Like I can understand having morals. Like I like to, like I like to think. I'm not very good at morals and maybe I don't have very like consistent morals or anything. But I like to think that my argument against taking people's identities in terms of like taking their art style and taking their voice and their face and deep face and all that. I like to think that that's like a moral position that I have that is like, at least makes sense. And I feel like you could come up with a counter argument if you want and I'd try and like argue against it, right? The videos I'm seeing here, at least the one that we just saw, for instance, it feels like even if that is your moral position, it just feels like a very weak one. Like it feels like it's so easy to come up with a counter to it that like, you obviously should have like you should be able to address, but you don't, you know? Like I don't think I think it's perfectly fine to be against, like I talked about this on Kyle's stream, I think it's perfectly fine to be against AI because AI is evil and it's stealing from artists and like it's getting rid of jobs and like I understand that, like that's perfectly valid to me. Like if you're against AI art because of the impact on the industry and the way that it's stealing art, like quote unquote, if you believe that it's stealing art, I understand that and that's a hard thing to argue against, right? But to say that like I'm against AI art because it's like it's like actual art is like hard to make, it's ridiculous to me. But if you have a counter argument, Miller, if you for some reason if you don't agree with me, then go ahead and we can talk about it. But I don't know. Anyway, let's continue.
するっていうことっていうのが多分5年後とか10年後ぐらいには少なくともきっとできるだろうっていう。
So OpenAI has made this Ghibli-fying thing, some image-generating monstrosity that turns your photos into something that vaguely looks like Studio Ghibli. Wow, it's so magical. I'm sure they got permission to be using their brand association for this promo campaign for their slop. I'm sure that absolutely happened. And this has been divisive, especially in Japan with anime directors saying...
So just to say, firstly, there's nothing, he hasn't said anything too bad here, okay? It's probably right. OpenAI is probably evil, okay? Probably doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, whatever. But already, this is that type of, like, the last video was good. It had a good narration, good, like, style of video. This is already, we're getting to the point where it's like, guys, you all agree with me, right? Guys, we're all, like, in on the thing, right? Like, AI is bad, right, guys? That it's already happening. He's, like, dismissing it. He's doing inside jokes. Like, this is the kind of narration I don't like. It's like, guys, don't worry, I'm going to make an argument. But do I really need the argument? We all agree on this, right? Like, do I really need an argument? That's what this is. But so far, he hasn't said anything, like, too crazy or anything. But
saying it was complete disrespect to do that to Miyazaki. Most likely for... you know, stealing...
It's like so funny, guys. We're all in on this, right?
...frame from Studio Ghibli's films, but it has been quite popular with the general population who see it basically like, oh, it's cool. It's like a TikTok filter, which, yes, pretty close. Basically works away. It's not particularly that fancy or advanced. You know, the eyes are melting.
Now, he must be joking, but I don't think he is, because he goes on to continue saying this.
Pretty close. Basically works away. It's not particularly that fancy or advanced. You know,
Wait.
For... you know, stealing every frame from Studio Ghibli's films, but it has been quite popular with the general population who see it basically like, oh, it's cool. It's like a TikTok filter, which, yes, pretty close. Basically,
it's like a TikTok filter. It's pretty close. It works the same way.
It's not particularly that fancy or advanced.
It's not particularly that fancy or advanced.
Yeah, you know,
like, you should get to this point in this video and be like, okay, either he's joking, which is like fine, or he doesn't know a single thing about AI art, right? And he just made a very like specific bold claim which has like no evidence behind it, right? It's nothing like a TikTok filter. It's obviously incredibly advanced and like difficult to produce something like this. I don't know how you could make a claim like this and believe it unless you are totally ignorant on the facts of how it is created. Anyway, let's
bad.
continue.
It still can't do fingers.
Now you can say it looks bad or whatever, but that's like a completely separate thing, right? But to say that the technology behind it is like not impressive is basically a TikTok filter. It's unbelievably ignorant, right?
And even emotions, it doesn't seem to register them very well. Like, you know, this distracted boyfriend, whatever this is. Oh,
And it can't do emotions well. And he shows an example where it just can't do it well. But does he really think that you can't find examples of AI art doing emotions well? I don't know. And I guess it depends. Like, this is like art is in the eye of the beholder or whatever, right? Like some people might think it does it well, some people don't. Anyway. Genuinely, how do you watch people like Destiny if you don't like any in-jokes or fun when making arguments? It's not the in-joke that bothers me. It's the smug, like, the attitude, the way that the in-joke is presented is what's bothering me. It's not the fact that he's making an in-joke. It's the way he presents the in-joke. I do. Like, if you can, okay, if you want me to, maybe I can side with you here, Miller. Give me an example of like an in-joke that Destiny makes, and then we can see if I'm like a hypocrite on this, okay? Like, what is like just any kind of in-joke that he makes that you're like, oh, I feel like if Ari is bothered by the way that like Stevem here is like laughing and dismissing and like making his like inside joke about how AI art is bad or whatever, just give me something from Destiny and we can watch it on stream and I can tell you if I agree with it or not, okay? Yeah, all right. Wait, is his point that general audience on the internet is... Wait, is his point that the general audience on the internet is believe that it's like a TikTok filter? Oh, is that what he's saying? Okay, maybe I'm the one who's an idiot. I don't know, the speed up makes it hard to follow. Let's watch it again. All right, wait.
Anime director saying it was complete disrespect to do that to Miyazaki, most likely for, you know, stealing every frame from Studio Ghibli's films. But it has been quite popular with the general population who see it basically like, oh, it's cool, it's like a TikTok filter, which, yes, pretty close. Basically works away, it's not particularly that fancy or advanced. You know, the eyes are melting the closer you go, the eyelashes are bad, it still can't do fingers, and even emotions, it doesn't seem to register.
Yeah, he's saying that this is what people believe, and this is what he believes. That's what he's saying here, right?
It's like a TikTok filter, which, yes, pretty close. Basically works away, it's not particularly that fancy or advanced. You know, the eyes are melting the closer you go, the eyelashes
Yeah,
are
he's
bad.
saying that people on the internet say, oh, cool, it's like a TikTok filter, I can put on my images. And then he's saying, it basically works that way, you know, it's like not particularly advanced. That's what he's saying. He's like adding on his opinion on this, right? Anyway. It's the being on the other side of the in-joke that bothers you, or the begs the question thing. The begs the question thing from Destiny? Let me think. I don't even know. That's actually it. So I think just for context, I think what Miller is saying is that, I mean, this can't be right. Wait, Miller, you're just to clarify, you talking about how Destiny says begs the question, but like actually it's meant to mean like circular logic or whatever, and you're meant to say raise the question? Is that what you're saying? Just to clarify before I get into this like whole argument about this. Because I think that's actually a good example. Yeah, that is what I'm saying. Okay, so for context, guys, Destiny is a streamer, okay? He like makes political videos usually and discussion videos and stuff. Destiny has this belief, like he always says this, but there's like a terminology called begging the question, okay? People say like, for instance, let's say that you like, I make a point, okay? And then I say like, oh, this point, like that begs the question though, don't you think? Like, I need like an example, like I say, okay, cats are orange. And don't you think that begs the question, why are cats orange? Well, not like that. It's probably not an example. But basically, he like, instead of saying raises the question, which is like a term, right? Like, oh, that raises the question. If all cats are orange, or all dogs orange, like it raises the question. That's like a valid term, right? Whereas begging the question sounds like raises the question, right? But it's actually like a rhetorical, like kind of fallacy or something. It's like when you are assuming the conclusion in the premise of what you're saying. So begging the question is technically a philosophical thing or whatever. It's an argument thing. It's not like a phrase like raises the question. So instead of saying begging the question, you say raise the question, right? So Destiny is like, if you're a fan of Destiny, you know that he thinks this, okay? So whenever someone he's arguing with says like begs the question, like you know that Destiny's laughing and you know that you're laughing is like because it's like an inside joke or whatever. And me and Kyle on stream sometimes will like joke about it. We'll be like begs the question. It's like an inside joke between us and Destiny and stuff like that. We just laugh and whatever. And I do find that funny, right? But the thing is, I disagree with Destiny, like completely. Which is that words become what you use them as, right? Like to say that something is a filler episode of an anime means that it's like kind of boring and like it doesn't really, nothing really happens with the plot. That's what filler means to me. Cause like that's what most people use it as, like outside of this very niche community of like obsessed like anime fans, right? Who know about what manga adaptations are and stuff. Filler to most people is like, it's just like kind of boring and nothing happened. Just like begging the question to like almost everyone just means raises the question. There's probably like people in the chat who had no idea that there's a difference between begs the question and raises the question because it doesn't matter. Like, so in this case, what Miller has brought up, like I disagree completely with his, like I'm in on the inside joke and I completely disagree with it. But I still, like it doesn't bother me at all, right? In this case, I understand the inside joke and like, you know what? It is. It's like unbelievably, I disagree with it. And it's like presented like it's the presentation that's the difference, right? Like in both cases, I disagree with them both. I disagree with the begs the question thing that Destiny does. Like I obviously disagree with it, but I like it because he presents it funnily, right? In this case, I just don't like it. It's just presented. It just frustrates me the way it's presented. It's like the smugness, the like, I don't know what to say beyond just saying that one of them is like, the way it's presented just bothers me and the other one doesn't. Anyway, whatever. What was I up to? Yeah. Also checking flags on people's Twitter bios and laughing. I don't even, I have no, I can't, I don't even know. I don't know. I beg to differ. Is that like one too? I don't even know. Or is that just because beg is in the word? I don't know. I swear you and Kyle laugh at anyone who says begs the question. Yeah, because it's like funny. That's why. It's not that I agree with it. It'd be like if someone brought up the term filler and then after I'd like had a giant rant on stream and someone comes on stream and they talk about filler and when they say filler they mean like manga stuff and then I'm just like laughing because it's like an inside joke. It's not like I don't know what to say. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, let's keep going.
From Studio Ghibli's films, but it has been quite popular with the general population who see it basically like, oh, it's cool, it's like a TikTok filter, which, yes, pretty close. Basically works the way, it's not particularly that fancy or advanced. You know, the eyes are melting the closer you go, the eyelashes are bad, it still can't do fingers, and even emotions, it doesn't seem to register them very well. Like, you know, this distracted boyfriend, whatever this is, old meme thing, that's not the smoldering face, it's not like the face he pulls off.
True,
it's
got the
like
face
the annoyed face, it's not the same emotion. Sure, when you're smiling or maybe making like a happy response, it can kind of do that, but when it goes to something that's a bit more nuanced, it loses its ability. You know, say for example, backgrounds, it doesn't really know what it's doing with those. People in the background tend to melt.
I mean, firstly, I don't, like, this isn't, like, this might be true, right? You can find like a million examples of it not being true, but like, fair enough. It's like maybe like 30% of the time it'll like struggle with something like this. Maybe even more, maybe like 40% or something. But it's like gonna get better, right? It already has gotten like way better. It's just, I don't know. You're fighting a losing battle if you like take this side of the argument. You should just go with the fact that it's evil. Like, that's the good argument. Like, say it's evil. Say it's stealing the job. Say it's like copying people's art or whatever. Like, that's the good argument. It's not this one.
And other pieces of background don't make much sense, even though they have a reference. It's not perfect. It's the same as pretty much any piece of AI things. On the topic of stealing, though.
And it's like, it's also not. Like I guess I talked about this on Kyle's stream, but the way that the images, he's saying that like the new AI thing, the Ghibli thing, or Ghibli or whatever, he's saying it's not much different from any of the other AI stuff, when it is. It's like fundamentally produced in a different way. Like it's using the actual full power of ChatGPT, like a multimodal language model, rather than just the diffusion model that's like trained just on diffusion. Or not trained on diffusion. It's too complicated to explain, and I don't have a good understanding of it, but it's different, okay? It's like fundamentally different the way it's produced. Like it's better because it has much more of a understanding of the world, because it's like based on ChatGPT's knowledge, which is much larger than the specialized models that are used for images in the past. And it fundamentally produces it in a slightly different way. Like saying it's like only slightly different just because like the outcome is like, just because you're, it's not slightly different. And to say that again demonstrates a fundamental, like very, like a complete lack of understanding of how any of these things work. Yeah. I don't know.
These other AI things. On the topic of stealing, though, there was an AI whistleblower from OpenAI who came out last year to the New Yorker and said, yes, the company is stealing stuff. And the way they do it through the program...
This is a good argument, okay? ChatGPT is evil because it steals stuff. We like that.
Making visual copies of stuff, putting them in the system. And in theory, they're supposed to make some sort of new album, but that's not always the case.
All right. Should we just like go through Sora and see like what we think about things? Wait, is it Sora.com? Can we even look at it if we're not looked in? Like, these are all AI generated. Oh, no, I don't want to see this. I want the images. Oh my god, do I have to log in? God damn it. Well, I guess we can't. Maybe next stream we'll go over it, okay? Anyway. I'll be honest, this video only gets better in the second half when he talks about the jobs of key animators and in-betweeners. That could be good. Because the in-betweeners are absolutely going to get removed eventually. By AI. But yeah. Heath, how the tuck do I beat these golems? What? These stupid golems in the ocean? I forgot your fake version calls everything different names. Okay. Goodness me. You know, it is a real shame that I can't show these images, because I feel like it'd make the argument so much more compelling. Because you'd be able to see that, like, these are good images. Like, you can make good images. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, we're done with this video, okay? I'm sure it'll get better at the end, whatever, but I'm too frustrated, you know? Alright. So that's that. What do we do now? Oh my goodness. I don't know much about AI stuff, but I know I hate whenever I look up an anime OP and it's a shitty 60 FPS 4K upscaled interpolated piece of his. That is, you know what? I also feel that sometimes, okay? Sometimes I think it looks good, but I think for me it's like less so the fact that like it doesn't look good or bad or anything. Like it can still look good. It's more so the fact that it just looks different from like what I liked. Like, because when I want to look up an opening that I've seen, I'm like, oh, I want to see, like, the version that I saw, not, like, this interpolated, weird, like, version that's slightly different. Like, the colors are kind of more vibrant and, like, the frames are more, like, fluid. I don't want that. I just want, like, the version I saw. But to me, that's, like, it's a bit different from, like, from thinking it, like, looks bad because it's interpolated. Because it can, like, still look good if it's interpolated. I don't know. But I know what you mean. Right, we all feel that, I'm sure. Oh my god, this is from the show.
Zoro's 3-sword style pose. Oh, there we go. There you go. That's one. All right, 3-sword style. It's not enough to just...
I remember this from the One Piece live action, where he had the sword in his mouth, and I was like, man, that's gonna, like, ruin his teeth or whatever. Which I went to the dentist today, by the way, and my dentist said, I have good teeth, okay? Except for my one chipped tooth. If you guys can see that, let's zoom in. Wait. My water bottle's in the way, oh my god. No, that's not what I wanted. See that? Chipped tooth? Pretty crazy. Anyway. I don't know, gameplay sucks. Okay, we're talking about games. Okay, I don't care about games. What do you think of the Third Street reactions branching out to news? I think I saw this in Kyle's Discord today or something. I didn't know what it was. Let's see. Oh, I also heard the Switch 2 got, like, the pre-orders got delayed or something because of Trump, and it was really funny. I don't know. Anyway. What is the new? Oh, this?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Why is his audio always so bad? Like, bro, if you're making a channel, you just gotta improve your audio. It's like the most important thing. Like, people don't care what the visuals look like. They care about the audio, okay? Anyway. The de-extinction of, and also this applies to, like, what was the channel? Oh my god. Why can't I think of it? What if they reacted to? You know the one, guys. The one with the black guys. Oh my god. Reaction. What have they done? Surely like all the popular stuff, right? Like JGK, right? Tell me, guys, in the chat, what is their channel name? Why am I not remembering it? Oh, RTTV, yes. The audio is terrible. I'm like, bro, why? I don't know. Oh, what is this? I don't want to get copyright claimed. I got claimed last time. Oh my god, bro, it's the whole thing. What is this? What is this audio?
That's going to be dope to kind of discover the same thing with Koichi.
Yeah, and I'll argue that that's one of the things that My Hero is like the best at, is explaining why.
Like, you know, oh god, I don't know. They're a massive channel and 1.4 million views. They can't get their audio better. Like, has the will to fight. Thinking people are listening to this and like, yeah, this is great. I love the way this sounds. This is lovely. Like, I don't know. It's like it wouldn't be even that expensive to like. It's not logistically challenging. It's not even like monetarily challenging. It's like it's the easiest thing to do in the world. I don't know why they do it. I guess it's their aesthetic. Maybe they've just done this the whole time and they're like, let's just keep it this way. I don't know. Anyway, this brings us back to the de-extinction of direwolves by colossal reaction and discussion to groundbreaking news. Okay.
Third Street reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
You know, this Now that we saw the RTTV, this isn't even that bad, but it is pretty annoying. But
And today we're reacting to the news of the.
It's like it's like it's speaking through a tube, and it's like hollow. Oh my. Anyway, whatever.
That.
Do I sound like this? I hope not.
The genetic engineer.
Colossal Biosciences.
Colossal Bioscience. Yeah, I've been following them for a little while. I know kind of what they do. I'm trying to describe.
In before, it's like there was such bad background noise that he like used AI to remove it, and I'm just here complaining about the poor AI that was trying its hardest.
Exactly what they do in a general way.
Like call the thing in the truth.
Yeah.
So were they the ones discussing bringing back the mammoth within the company?
You're right.
What the hell are they talking about?
They were discussing bringing back the woolly mammoth, and they want to release him into Siberia, and they believe that's actually going to help with global warming.
What's something to do with
It'll offset greenhouse gases, what I understand. Like just with.
I mean, they're branching out, all right? You know what? They could be a very successful podcast, maybe. Who knows? Are they both conservative, or I don't know. I guess Shane has like some progressive values and stuff. I don't know. Could be interesting. We got Direwolves before GTA 6, true. All right. Lamau. I love how they built this studio even. It's pretty crazy. Yep. They invested in the studio, but not the microphone, you know? It is what it is. The video is a confession that they don't think their audience watches their discussions. That is probably true. Yeah, that's probably true. They know their audience only comes to see the anime. That is also true, probably. I mean, people are there for the reactions, okay? They like when they give big, strong reactions to things. Did you see the Shane post on the Blindwave subreddit? Absolutely not. Wait, okay. For a second there, I thought you meant like Shane left the post. But it must be like someone talking about Shane. There's no way Shane would leave a post on this. God, there's no way I'm going to find it. Uh-oh. The handling of the Shane situation and the effects of an all-male group. I believe that the handling and vagueness of a Shane situation... Let me guess. Is the argument going to be that, like... Well, there's like a bunch of arguments it could be. But it could be like, because you were so quiet about it, you let, like... Maybe other people will be harmed by Shane, and, like, it'll be, like... You're enabling people like that or something. I don't know. Let's see. I believe that they're handling, for context, for anyone who doesn't know about Blindwave, Shane was like kicked out of Blindwave at some point because of inappropriate something with fans. We don't quite know what happened, but it was very vague. I believe that their handling of the vagueness of a Shane situation and keeping it quiet leaves anyone who currently interacts with or watches Shane in the dark. Perhaps the most important result of a victim speaking up is that people understand what that person did and can choose for themselves. Okay, this is not the place it was going. To avoid him based on the info. The song and dance around making a vague podcast about it reads as trying to protect their bro. Okay, this is what I was going for. While also kicking him out, but not thinking once about the women in the audience he still has access to. I understand. Okay, this is exactly what I was saying. I understand since there are 4 white adult men that people have low expectations of them with things like this. Excuse me, but I believe men need to hold each other accountable for progress to be made. Any old viewers like me remember when Shane was constantly sexist in reactions. I mean. He was the most sexist, but the other people, they were also sexist too, okay, occasionally, but probably egged on by him, but you know, it was a little bit sexist back in the day. Constantly sexist in reactions, and the rest laughed alongside him and added to it. Oh, okay, there we go, okay, that's exactly what I was saying. Whether it's a meme about pointing at a woman in a show and screaming, bitch, play bongo on their titties. You know, Shane, he was a funny guy, okay, my goodness. So, what a character. Yeah. It is funny to go back to and watch old Blindwave videos where they are talking about stuff. You know what? Actually, I was going to say, like, I did say, like, oh, it's crazy to go back. They still do things like this sometimes, and it surprises me that they're, like, not as politically correct, I guess, as you would expect from a channel of their size. Like, stuff like this does still happen. Just less, like, common, I guess. Anyway. Their content undeniably has had an old sexist undertone that has washed away, but there still exists a pattern of the others never holding Shane accountable. At worst, maybe some shifts uncomfortably next. Some shifts uncomfortably next to him, and fans think that that's enough. But when dealing with adults, you cannot expect people to view you as a feminist when you won't tell someone to even calm down with the sexism. As Shane built his own channel and had women in his comments talking about ignoring the controversy, made me realize how much of this was a result of Waves, in my opinion, reckless and sheepish actions taken. It heavily impacts my opinions on them, and I would like to hear any other takes on this situation. And here we have Kiari Marie, which I've read this name before, and I think that this is I don't know if this was... I've heard, basically, this is a commenter that comments a lot on Shane stuff. It is a very frequent commenter on the Blindwave subreddit. I think any information I know about the Shane stuff is purely from reading this person's comments, so I'm curious to see what this one's going to say. Anyway. Let's see. Audio doesn't matter, quit complaining. It's like the most important thing when it comes to videos. Like I will instantly turn off a video if it has bad audio, but if it has bad visuals, I'll probably stick through. I'm such a Blind Wave stan now, they really listen to me. That is true. They're probably listening to their audience more now that they're dying. Oh my goodness. Alec Abrid, sorry, Kyle, bad take. Thank you, Mr. Gems. And them reacting to Vigilantes so soon shows they're an improved channel. I didn't even realize they did, but that's kind of crazy. I don't know. Also, is the dub out yet for that? Did that just come out day one? That's pretty crazy. I don't know much about Blind Wave, but all I'm hearing about the Shane is that Shane filled the same niche that Kyle fills in your discussion videos. Well, the difference is that like Kyle is doing it ironically, and he is like if you ever no, he actually well, Kyle's character is like a character. Shane's character is like not really a character. It's like who he is. I don't know how to explain it. Jake responding to this post would be so funny. Well, don't count yourself out, or he could be here, but don't count him out. I agree that Blind Wave might have been able to handle the situation a lot better, or slightly better, but they were also trying not to give out personal info of victims or create a witch hunt. After people left, people were quick to point fingers at a couple of women who work with Blind Wave like Melanie and Debaba. And sure, maybe it was hard for them, especially Eric, to be just straight about his problematic childhood friend. But I will say this, a couple of us make public statements in the Discord about behavior we witnessed and experienced with Shane off camera, and we were supported by the crew. Okay, so this was someone who was actually affected by Shane, right? So this is the official statement by one of Shane's victims here, I guess. A couple of us make public statements in the Discord about the behavior we witnessed and experienced with Shane off camera, and we were supported by the crew. So there we go. This is as clear as we're going to get, I think. Most of the women who still watch his new channel probably know exactly what kind of man he is. Well, that might be true, but also might not be, right? I feel like if you Google Shane's name, almost certainly like Blind Wave stuff is going to pop up first, right? Okay, Instagram. Okay, you know what? There's actually no Blind Wave stuff. That's pretty crazy. I guess he's not that famous. What about on YouTube? You know what? Oh, okay. I was going to say, you know what? I think maybe he's got past it, but no, second one. Shane Blind Wave Apology Resignation. 270,000 views. That's crazy. Yeah, anyway. I'm not a character, I'm just funny. Well, yeah, I guess there's a little distinction between being funny and playing a character. Just like Destiny, protect the victim's identities bullshit. Wait, do you agree with this post? I don't know. Like, I guess I somewhat agree, which is like, I guess it all comes down to trust, right? Like we don't know how bad things were. We have to trust that the Blind Wave crew feel that it's like they've concluded that it's not that important that they have to tell people. Like we don't know anything about it, right? Like Blind Wave hasn't said anything, Shane hasn't said anything. As far as I understand, none of the like victims, I don't know what you'd call them, I guess, because we don't really know what happened, but none of the people that resulted in Shane being kicked out, like they haven't said anything. Like it seems like everyone involved, no one has said anything. So it's not like Blind Wave is like covering it up. It's like, it just seems like no one involved wants to say anything. So we just have to trust that like nothing being said is probably the best course of action, right? I don't know. Comedy is dead, true. We still literally don't know what he did, Lamau. How would his new women fans know? Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, you would Google, maybe if you Google his name, you'd just like see this and be like, oh, what's this? And you click this and be like, oh, he like did something bad, you know? Even if we don't know what it is, it's like, oh, he's like a bad person, but we don't know. If Shane wasn't Eric's friend, they definitely would have said what he did. Yeah, that's like saying if an egg isn't an egg, then like, does a chicken come from it? It's like, I don't know. Blind Wave only exists because Shane and Eric were friends, right? Like, you're not going to have a reality. We're never going to know, right? It's impossible. Yeah, and at this point, they're like a more established company at this point. So even if it happens again in the future and it happens to someone who's not their friend, it's like, would it have been different back in the day? Like, they were a small company, like, barely existing. Like, I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, I understand. I just hope women in communities that he's part of know this. I only get the gist by being ingrained in the Discord. You know me, famously, massive Blind Wave fan, #1 financial supporter, giving them thousands of dollars over the years. Not in their Discord server. I don't know anything about what goes on in their Discord server, believe it or not. And And here's the barber, one of the names mentioned. Actually, not here. Wait, actually, yeah, I think mentioned here, right? No, mentioned in the first pin comment here. Then quote, "But I believe men need to hold each other accountable for progress to be made." Beautifully made point. Okay, so I guess they agree. That's pretty funny. And here is Jake himself. "I think in a vacuum, things could be done better, but situations like this are so complicated to navigate for everyone's sake, especially when it comes to public-facing people who have followings. Him having to leave a growing business he was a partner in is a pretty strong evidence of being held accountable, because that's a massive lifestyle change and basically had to restart from one." I guess this is a fine argument against like he was punished like adequately for it. But it's not an argument against like the victims, the other victims. That, well, what if he victimizes someone else and they need to know? They need to know. It's not an argument against that, but I don't know. It is what it is. I think their handling was perfect. That's kind of crazy. I don't think giving out more details would help anything. It's been several years now. I don't think bringing this up again will do anything good. That's probably true. Like bringing it up again probably wouldn't do anything at this point. But unless Shane is like still actively doing whatever happened, we have no idea what he did. So I can't even say anything. But yeah, anyway. Ari, can you normalize the titles in your Mushoku Tensei discussion video? You know, I did see, Kyle told me about this. Or did you tell me this on stream or something? The titles are inconsistent and it annoys me. 100% totally not related to the Secret Kyle project. Yeah, Kyle told me about this, okay? Are they inconsistent? I think they might only be inconsistent between seasons, right? Like, I don't think I changed them between, secondary D, between episodes of like a season. It's like there's year gaps between these videos, okay? Maybe you only watched them when I was doing season 2. But I've been doing this for years, okay? Also, I have no idea when Mr. Gem started watching my videos. Maybe he's been there the whole time. I have no idea. I guess our initial series was okay, right? Wait, what am I doing? I have a great playlist for all the Mushoku Tensei videos. Curated fantastically by myself. Okay, so the first 3 were us going through season 1. I think the titling is really nice, you know, discussion with Mushoku Tensei, episode 1 date with entertainment. Then we have season 2, okay. These are all like nicely, consistently titled, you know, we love that. And then I guess we got like a weird one here, okay. And it is what it is, you know, don't worry about it. Anyway. What's it up to? Well, it's the double standards. Like, Jake's actions will be called out when they come to light. Maybe. But I feel like Jake is also, like, a friend, right? Like, for a long time. I don't think he's, like, some random person, is he? I'm not sure, though. Open the playlist. We did. We went through it. So wild, Shane blew up from One Piece live action. Watched an episode of the anime on Patreon. Got bored and then stopped. Wait. Blew up from the One Piece live action. Watched an episode of the anime on Patreon. Got bored and then stopped. It's like he can only react to things he's already seen. That is pretty funny. Half the, like, Third Street reaction stuff is stuff that he's, like, watching for the second time. Like Dragon Ball. Like Game of Thrones. Probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, unless this is, like, an old one or something. Or, like, a new one or something. He's... I don't know. What a guy. That is pretty funny. Even though a lot of them have Bacon before that one, but they don't mention his name, Lamau. Mr. Gems owns you, little bro. I also, in fairness, I don't think they mentioned Kyle's name either, okay? I think it just... you know what happened? I can actually tell you what happened, wait. Because I remember exactly what happened. I can even find receipts to probably back what I'm about to say up. Oh my god, I lost a subscriber. I'm down at 500. Guys, go subscribe to Ordinary Ari. And don't you dare unsubscribe, okay? We'll be putting this number down to $4.99 if you do, please. What am I doing? I'm Mushoku Tensei. Okay, so... we got these 3, nicely named, very consistent, perfect. Bunch of views too, you know, 1,000 views, whatever. Then we have these. Okay, we're going good. We're like discussing Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 0 to whatever. These are the same, that's the same, it's the same format, This one was only 1 episode, so only, you know, 1 episode there, so on and so forth. These are all very consistent, right? There's not an issue here, right? These are all the same. Then we get this one, you know, nice and consistent with this and this. These are all the same. Here, we're all, you know, look how good and consistent I'm being. Then... we get this one, discussing Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 1 with Kyle Entertainment and Jiaki Bacon. And you know what I remember about this? I remember getting through the discussion or whatever, maybe even mentioned in the video. I think it was Bacon or Kyle, one of them was like, oh, you need to make sure you tag us in the video so that it goes out to our subscribers. And that's what made me do it. I know it for a fact, okay? Because I wouldn't have done it otherwise, because I didn't do it for any other video in this. But I was like, you know what? We'll give it a try. So you know what? Maybe if we search the transcripts, maybe we'll find out why they're tagged in this. Title, maybe? I feel like it'd be the end, right? No, it's not even in here. You know what? We're gonna do something crazy, okay? I'm gonna copy all this and tell ChatGPT to do the research and tell us if I mentioned anywhere in here about mentioning someone in the title. Anyway. Oh my god, he's reacting to TMNT 2003? I'm gonna watch. True. I haven't seen that show for reference. In this transcript, does anyone... Wait. Is it ever mentioned that you should include people's channel names as tags in the YouTube video thumbnail? I mean, title, so that it gets sent out to their subscribers. Let's have a look. We'll give it some reasoning time too, so I can think for like 10 minutes, okay? Anyway. I guarantee it's not in the discussion. Okay, well, there we go. Mr. Gems has probably already watched this, so it is what it is. But that's why it happened, okay? There's some inside baseball. Maybe Bacon and Kyle remember this moment too, but anyway. Wait, let's finish it off. What were the other inconsistencies? We can see if we can explain them. You know, then we're back to consistent 22, 23, and then I just put finale, because I'm like, hey, you know, it's the finale. We'll get views for this one. We did. It is what it is, okay? It could have been much worse, okay? The more interesting thing is that the inconsistent thumbnails, because we had, like, a bunch of fancy ones here, and then, you know, continued that, and then eventually we're just like, oh, you know, like, we'll just put the episode numbers here. Whatever. Amen. Anyway. ChatGPT has given an answer, okay? It thought for a couple of seconds and said, no, they never mention anything about including channel names in the YouTube title so subscribers get a notification or anything. The transcript does not bring up tagging, SEO, or any strategy related to how the video should be titled or tagged. It's purely the conversation about Mishroka Tensei. Nothing about YouTube channel tags. Actually, I'm curious. If we just like paste it, it'd be like, read this transcript, then I will ask you questions about it. Once you've read it, just say, yes, I've read it and I'm ready for questions now. Oh my god, it's too long. You have to be like logged in to do that? Oh my god, bro. Alright, whatever. Shane. Controversial figure. Who knows why? We'll never know. I guess he used some sexist language back in the day. It is what it is.
Them walking around and trampling vegetation would contribute specifically in that huge region. And also, they believe reintroducing them would just
kind of... educating us.
Yeah. But not them. Well, they don't get cancer, so what does that mean? Like, why do we get cancer? We're smaller than them. We have less...
Bro is still educating.
And it was in the Americas. And it went...
Bro is still educating.
Genomes,
okay, reacting to something.
Easy species.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Recreate, to clone, and to introduce.
You know what this reminds me of? If I go to a random ordinary Ari video with Kyle, do you think if I click around, will it be me speaking or Kyle? I'm curious. What's like... Not challenges, I remember that one. Some arcane one, you know? Alright, if we play this right now, who do you think's speaking? Bro. Oh my god, bro.
First of all, at the end of the discussion last time, I convinced you 3 times.
Alright, Kyle. Okay.
Dying? Which one was originally spoken?
Alright, Kyle. Alright, not bad. Alright. Okay, Kyle again. Okay.
An arcane?
Alright, we got more Kyle. Let's see. Alright. Surely this will be me, right? Bro, if it loaded, oh my goodness. Can't handle 240p?
The Last of Us theory.
All right.
The point is that people...
Alright, more Kyle.
League of Legends order...
Alright, again, we got more.
...in the Discord saying, where...
Alright, even more.
You shouldn't have saved me, you should have... An important...
Do you think we could find a single point where I'm talking?
This is just bringing up a thing. I guess we're talking about the visuals now. Good, at least. That's all I have to say about that. Now...
That generic audience who... There we go. Stuff a million times. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it'll just be like the generic... Easy. Alright. And it's me probably responding to Kyle saying, oh, I don't know, Kyle. Maybe what you just said is true. Maybe it's like complete nonsense. That's probably what I just said. Alright. What a world. Oh my god, it's the Anora girl.
Did you have an intimacy coordinator. That's the big.
Okay, that's lovely. Don't look back.
Here's a hypothetical for you. Here's a hypothetical for you. Did you ever dream as a kid?
Did I have a dream? Yeah, I remember a dream when I was in a spaceship in kindergarten. It was crazy.
No, but really, did you ever have some
Yeah, I literally was on a spaceship. I don't know why he doesn't believe me.
crazy out-of-reach goals in mind? You felt was always within your grasp.
Oh, no.
Possible to do and become anything, including this one thing. This one glorious achievement that when you presented it to your kindergarten class was met with blind praise after your teacher gave a dumbed-down explanation. Where you only found motivation and reassurance from your parents, your friends, and really anyone you shared it with. Because of their motivation, it
You know what? I didn't have something like this, no.
pushed you to set it on a pedestal that you were forever left to chase after. To look upon and think that one day you would have it.
Is this a common thing? Or is he going to say, like, no one has this? This is, like, uncommon.
It would be in your hands. So you committed yourself to this possibility, to this chance, to this dream of becoming something greater. Something grand. Something out of this world. Someone worth knowing. Worth remembering. For a good reason, of course. I'm not talking about those other dreams. You know which one I'm talking about. But then you got older. You stepped into reality. You lost sight of the world and got caught up in the weight of it. Time passed. Middle school, high school, college. Years gone in seconds. Memories to be recollected, but no longer emotion. They were in the past. And what sits with you now is bills piling up, you need to get a job, someone special came in, you had to change priorities. Everything shifted.
Oh my god, it's Lucy. Oh my god, how cute. Alright. Anyway. What can I say? Kyle carries this channel. That is, sometimes he talks a lot in the videos. Get outplayed. But you know what? He gets the most hate on my channel as well. Get outplayed by a homonym. You know what? I'm sure that means something. A homonym is like when it sounds the same or something. I don't know. Look back makes the most... Did I make a homonym joke? I don't know. Anyway. Look back makes the most boring videos. Maybe. True. Because Fujimoto fell off, right? The last good thing he made was Chainsaw Man Part 1. Alright. Or maybe the last good thing he made was Fire Punch. And only the first few chapters. Alright.
Tree cutting gets me 60,000 yen a month. The kidney I just sold, 1,200,000. My right eye, 300.
Why wouldn't you say 1.2 million? You would really say 1,200,000?
100,000. Sold one of my nuts for, how much did it go for again? Not even 100,000. That brings my debt down to 38,040,000 yen. Okay, alrighty, Pochita. I know. Let's go kill something.
What's Makima's voice? Is she even in chapter 1?
None. You can see possession on their faces.
You know, it's a good voice.
I came here to kill the zombie devil. I'm up.
It's a good Makima voice. I'll give him that. Alright. Crazy. Okay. Oh, I also noticed one last thing in your Mushoku Tensei discussions. The final episode or something had a famous people mentioned on it. And it had Lucy Carrera. That's so funny. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it, but... What was it? The final episode or something? Yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to find it. I would look at the last one. If it's not there, then... I mean, that was the only one Lucy's mentioned. Unless you mean the one with Bacon, because... Oh my god, I don't want to get spoilers. This one. That's so funny.
Well, hello everyone and welcome.
Hello everyone and welcome. Lucy Carrera. That's so funny. Oh my god. Alright. They're not even using the color opening pages, Lamau. So lazy. True. You know, it's also gonna be crazy. The new AI art thing, you're gonna love this, Miller. It can color manga panels, okay? Doesn't do it very good, but I mean, it does it pretty good, but in the future, I think it's gonna be doing a lot more, and I think we're gonna see a lot more colored versions of manga. Yeah. Also, I saw this I should have saved it. I saw this like funny post on Twitter. And they were talking about they were like, it was basically like a an anti-AI post or whatever, and they were like quote tweeting someone who did like AI art. Or it was like an AI coloring or something like that, or some AI related thing. And they like retweeted with like their like derivative art or whatever. It was like I think they recolored something, or maybe they like animated like a existing panel or something like that. And it's just so funny because it's like there was that whole discourse around like coloring panels, and the manga guy got mad because they like colored his panel or something. And this person's like proudly declaring that they colored a panel with their hands instead of using AI. And it was like, no matter what you do, okay, you're gonna get hurt, you know, by someone out there. Anyway, Looks shit always anyway. True. Alright. Anyway. Sugar Tensei ruined. Wait! This is what Shane was talking about. They didn't make direwolves. They made something else. Is that true? Oh my god. What do you think is better, Shane's video or this video?
Direwolves are back, or are they? There's a biotechnology company called Colossal that is attempting to de-extinct various animals, and they have just claimed that they have de-extincted their first animal, not just their first animal, the first animal to ever be de-extincted. And that claim...
You know what? Is much more to the point, okay? I feel like I didn't understand what Shane was saying his whole video until then. Anyway, why has Kyle messaged me? Oh, okay. Okay, Kyle's working on a video, and he sent me some clips that he needs to get on his like computer or something, so he messaged them to me for some reason. Anyway. Alright. What else? What do we got to do now? I feel like I've just gone through all my topics. Where's my topic list? Steven AI video. We already talked about that. Should we name the openings again? I don't know. What else do we do? Should we do a Doctor Who frame? Hoodle? You know what I've been playing lately? Contexto. Which we're absolutely not doing on stream, because this takes an ungodly amount of time sometimes. Like, puzzle. Chess. I don't know. It is what it is. I haven't seen this episode, I assume. God, you know what? The site is ruined by the fact that I just haven't seen so many episodes. Maybe I should finish Doctor Who. The difference between a small reaction channel and a professional science educator. True. That's probably true. How's the One Piece progress? It's about the same as always. But you know what? Right now, I don't think I'm consuming anything. So I guess I could watch One Piece, couldn't I? However, not Elidari. You know, there is Black Mirror's coming out tomorrow. The Last of Us comes out Monday. Doctor Who comes out on Saturday. There's just too many things. I need to watch Daredevil, like, while that's airing. Is anyone here watching Daredevil? Millie, you watching Daredevil? Is that going good? I'm excited for it. Don't do it, Ari. Don't take the devil's bargain. Do you mean the Daredevil's bargain, or you mean the One Piece bargain? True. Maybe I will. I mean, I will definitely watch One Piece this year. But maybe I'll watch it right now. Maybe after the stream I'll watch One Piece. But I wouldn't get your hopes up, okay? Yeah. My favorite anime, Honor Hunter the Flower we saw that day, except it's not my favorite anymore. Got overtaken by Heavenly Delusion. I don't know it, but it sounds cool. Manglobe. Anyone ever heard of Manglobe? I never have. How do I get the previous days? Oh. Is it this one? Circulation something? I don't even know. Does it not have, what's like the English name for it? I don't even know. Oh, that's Bakemonogatari? I had no idea. What's the one I'm thinking of? Or is that the name of the song? No, it's not. It's not even an anime thing? Oh, it is. Okay, I just know the name of the song. Okay. Jesus Christ. Samurai Champloo. It's not the opening, but it's a song in that show. I feel like there's a chance I've seen this show. 11 episodes. Seinen. Okay, I probably haven't seen it. Is it Vinland Saga? I got no idea. It's not Gintama or something, right? No, 2014. Tatsunoko Production. Never heard of it. I haven't seen Daredevil Season 3. Oh, it's like the best one. You should absolutely watch that. I love Daredevil Season 3. The final fight with like, I don't know, I don't want to say who the villain is, but it's a villain and like they have a final fight and it's like really cool. Bakemonogatari. We got it in the end. Renai Circulation is the title of the song. I figured that out too without having a look at chat. This is lovely. It's going to be the biggest fumble of all time when Shooty regenerates at the end of this season. That absolutely would be. He better not. My goodness. But that would be an absolute fumble. Oh, Ping Pong, the animation. All right, guys, we're gonna crowdsource this one. What's the answer for this one? This is like pretty popular. I've heard this before. We're gonna get it in one guess. I'm gonna wait for you guys to tell me what this is. Surely someone out there knows, okay? Oh my god. I haven't even played it yet on stream. The stream's still delayed. Oh my god. I'm seeing the stream, what you guys are seeing right now. Oh my god. And then you gotta wait until me, like, sitting here doing nothing until he catches up. Oh my god. And then people are gonna be like, I have no idea what this is, and I'm just gonna be sitting here for longer, so. It is what it is. So I feel like I don't have much else to do on this stream. I think we'll probably just end this soon. Oh my god. Has anyone seen the Minecraft movie? You all excited for that movie? Okay, I'm gonna assume not a single person figured out what this was. Do you have a wheel spin thing to watch? Yeah, I do. It's called The Gentleman. Okay, it's a movie. Action comedy fantasy theme school. Or spin the wheel. I'm not gonna spin the wheel. I still got stuff to do. My goodness. Oh, we're still waiting. Yeah, we are. Okay, whatever. All right. It's Soul Eater. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, well done. Okay, lovely. Some Disney thing? Oh, Band of Brothers. I haven't seen Band of Brothers. All right, well. What else are we reacting to? Do we do it? The message behind Look Back? Da 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 da. True. The funniest thing in the world was I was scrolling through TikTok and some ad showed up for some product and this song was playing in the background. I was like, what? They're using the Chainsaw Man song? But I think it's just like some song, some random song. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Band of Brothers, my favorite anime. Don't worry, it wasn't the anime version. I just clicked on the live action things. I think we might be done. All right. Oh my god, that was Garden of Words.
He don't know he is safe when she says, she tells him, ooh, love, no one's...
Who was complaining about the 4K interpolation? Was that Mr. Gems? Here we are. That moment when Yukino was crying and hugged Takao tightly, really a masterpiece. Well, boy, do I have a video for them. My goodness. When they asked the animators what the budget was, they laughed and said they don't believe it. Is there really that much, like, animation that is impressive in this movie? Maybe. I feel like it's more the compositing and the detailed art that carry this movie, I think. And the directing, of course. Maybe there's good animation. Maybe I just missed it. Or wow, this interpolation is bad. That is true. Very bad.
Emma, if you don't make this, I'm breaking up with you.
Watch this.
Well, we're not gonna watch it, so... Anyway. Jesus, 110 million views? You are my special... Damn, it's the second most viewed. So, Hero 2, that makes sense. That's really... did they use the... Is this like the Japanese version, or did they sing the English version in the original too? Wait, so is this like the dub version, or did they sing the same version in the English and the dub? I mean, in the English and the Japanese. I guess only Miller can tell us tell us the truth. Because this is the version I've heard when I watched the dub. Oh my god, look at this! Sick move! What is this? I don't remember this. Just like dancing? Oh my god! That's kind of crazy. She does a flip. How have I never seen this before? Some cool animation. Alright. It's the same version, I think. That's kind of crazy. Oh, great. Okay, Miller has linked us some chibi reviews. Wait! I didn't finish what I was looking at. What are like the most popular OPs and stuff? So Hero 2 makes sense. It's like a song, a good song. People can listen to it whenever. You Are My Special is like one of the greatest anime songs of all time. True. I guess JJK is just like unbelievably popular. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this one? Oh, just the first one. Okay. And then My Hero Academia is also popular. What the hell is this? Why are the thumb? They look so weird. I don't know what this is. Okay, just the opening, one of them. Beastars. Why is Beastars so high up? I had no idea it was popular. I know this opening, so I guess it is pretty popular. My Hero, some cute looking anime. I don't know what this is. I know this opening too, pretty popular. What can I say? This is one of the greatest, if not the greatest opening of all time. Man, I should just do my opening list. God, that just listening to this made me want to do it. Maybe I'll do it tonight. Should I just like, I don't know, we'll see. Dr. Stone. God, was this the one for the special one? No, it's just the first one. Dr. Stone has like one of the greatest OPs ever, which is like for their special, like after season 2 episode, they like do the first opening, but they make it sound more epic. And it's like so cool. Oh my God. Anyway, JJK, Spy Family, Dr. Stone. I guess that's really it. And My Hero Academia. And then a bunch of like miscellaneous stuff. Anyway. There's no lyrics in the manga, so they just made up a song. Well, it's a good song. I love it. I think I tried to... Wait. Oh, by the way, there's a good website for high-quality OP and ED MP4s if you ever need to download them for something. Maybe. I think I tried to mention it on the last time Kyle was doing his OP list, but the message never went because it was a link. That's probably true. No, I probably wouldn't even use opening stuff because it's the most easily copyrightable. Or, like, copyright strikeable. But, if anyone ever needs to contact me, you can contact me on Twitter, I think, through a DM. That's probably the easiest way to get to me. What is this? Goodbye, Ari. You know, when this anime comes out, I'm gonna be like the biggest hater in the world, right? I don't know how they would make him. I mean, firstly, there's no like announcement for this or anything, right? But how would they make this into a movie that's like good? Because to me, like, the appeal of Goodbye Eri is, like, the manga aspect. But maybe there is, I don't know. Like, Look Back, I like the story of Look Back. It's not necessarily the manga of it. But this one, I feel like the manga is the appeal of it. But I guess we'll see one day. Maybe it'll be the first AI-made anime movie, and it'll be great. We'll love it. Anyway, what is Chibi Reviews here to talk to us about? Seems he got deleted this time again too. Yeah, I mean, you just can't send links. It's pretty dumb. I don't know why. Anime themes Moe. I've heard of Moe. Wait, what did I say? Well, what is this being prompted by? Anime themes Moe. That one, right? Do I just like Google this? Well, I don't even know what Mill is saying. Anime themes Moe. Well, no idea. Just themes Moe. Okay, wait. Yeah, I usually just use the one without anime in the link. Oh, wait, you're saying that's a website. Okay, I understand. The name of the website is Themes Moe or whatever. Okay. That makes sense. All right.
Malicious, eventually turned into innocent edits of my profile picture, and eventually it evolved into an entire trend, an art trend, where I had fan art being created of my profile picture. And there is, at this point, I've lost count with how many people have went out of their way to just create fan art.
Should we make a fan art of him right now? Wait.
See,
let's take a
screenshot.
screenshot.
Makes me just so unbelievably happy. And
we'll see if I can generate it in the next few minutes. Okay, guys, what do we want it to look like? Generate this in, I don't know, I need like a style. I don't know, give me what's like a reference image we can copy using our stolen art. Cool art, I don't know, Attack on Titan fan art. Let's steal some fan art, guys. My goodness. Okay, all of these are pretty bad. I need a good one. With a cool art style. Should we do this? Oh boy, this is gonna be something. We're about to make a monstrosity, okay, guys? Jesus.
Brings me just so much joy. It's been a while since I sat down and honestly I talked with all of you guys, the community, and just made a personal video. Like, you know, just straight up, not really a bad video, not bad news video, just straight up a very feel-good, good news video that is just me talking with all of you guys. And I think in general, that's what really just made me want to talk about
Because people made fan art of his, like, character?
this, and just celebrate artists going out of their way to create art for me.
Bro, he has no idea how many of these are just probably just AI, right?
And also just showcasing their skills, and also just, like I said, having a friendly little chat with all of you guys that are watching this video. So let's get right into it. So where did this all begin? Well, about...
Burr has a DM and he hasn't opened it. What is he doing?
At the end of March, there was an edit made of my profile picture, which necessarily I wouldn't care about. I made a video about it, like,
Oh no.
last week or so, talking
Did it make him a Nazi or something?
about how
Wait.
my haters were my greatest fans creating art of me. And I remember saying, like, who does this? Who puts this much time and attention to be able to do this for someone they clearly hate? And eventually, the art community, they hijacked that trend, and they started creating a bunch
AGP Chibi Reviews. What does that mean? My DM. that's the funniest thing Miller has ever said. For context, I don't even know if Miller knows what he's talking about. It must be. I sent a DM to Chibi Reviews like ages ago, and he didn't reply. It was about like he talked bad about like I don't know what it was. I think Anime News Network like did a hit piece on Mushoku Tensei, and I couldn't find it. But he said it in a video that they made a hit piece on them, and I just like I googled it for so long, I just couldn't find anything. So I DM'd him, and I'm like, "You talked about a hit piece on Mushoku Tensei. Can you please show me? Because I like Anime News Network. If they made a hit piece, then I'm just not gonna like him anymore." He just didn't reply. Anyway, yes, I know. Perfect. All right, there we go. This guy gives me like Yandere Dev vibes. I don't know who that is, but I've heard that name before. Alright. Oh boy. We made the art of Chibi Reviews, okay? Is this gonna work? Oh no, it just downloads it. Let's see if this works. Well, here's the art that we just made of Chibi Reviews. Wait, artists, guys. I took a screenshot of this, of like the bottom, and here we are. Should I submit this and be like, Chibi Reviews, I made a work of art about you. Oh my god. Crazy.
of fan art for me. You can see a bunch of individuals just going out of their way to creating fan art for my OC, and I just can never truly repay just what you all have done for me. There's
Alright, I think I get the point of this video. At this point, you should make your own VTuber model for videos like Rev does. No idea who that is, but true, he should. Ay. We got a comment, Elite Ari? True. On what? There's so many things. So many videos are out at the moment. Probably on this one, right? Hopefully they say, oh, what a great thumbnail you made. Fuji Water couldn't keep his gore fetish to himself. Well, thank you. That's great. Add him on Twitter. You might get a retweet. It's his Twitter. It's all his Twitter. That, you know what? I don't want to really get involved in the Chibi Reviews timeline. I don't want him showing up on my timeline, so I think I'm good. I don't want to actually tweet at him. I think I do have him muted, probably. Alongside maybe like 1,000 other people, like unironically. There was that anime feminist Mushoku Tensei hit piece, so who knows? Maybe he got it wrong, or maybe that he misremembered that he said it. Or maybe you misremembered that he said it. Oh no, he 100% said it. I have the DM, probably with a timestamp, honestly. Let's get the DM up, you know, why not? Let's see. Also, people are really split on time travel in Chainsaw Man. Jesus, 50-50 for whether there's going to be time travel. Alright, where is it? I have like a whole host of unanswered DMs. So, on the, no, wait, this can't be right. This is December 12th, 2023. Oh my god. Hi, I recently saw your video, Even More Reasons to Hate Studio Mapper, and at around 5:40, you refer to a hit piece against Mushoku Tensei by Anime News Network. I did some research, and I couldn't find the article, blah, 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 okay? So who knows? Classic Chibi Reviews. Wait, is that gonna link Twitter? Oh, okay.
talking about. Yeah, they're not the best, news source technically. They make mistakes, and they definitely try to do hit pieces like what they did with Mushoku Tensei. But overall, it's still nice to see, once again, more.
So that's what I was quoting. I even had a timestamp. I'm just so organized when I DM people. Anyway. I think he had, yeah, also, yeah, he probably got it wrong, I'm guessing, if there was, like, some feminist hit piece or something, I don't know. I think he has a hashtag for his fan art. I mean, that makes sense. He's, like, pretty popular. I feel like Blindwave does stuff like that too, right? And I always think it's, like, kind of weird and manufactured when they try it, but it is what it is. That last chapter would actually be a vor fetish. You know what? We did talk about that in the Reddit, when we went through the Reddit for the Chainsaw Man chapter. There was, like, some comment about that. Time travel in my anime, they could never do that well. Very funny. I just hope part 2 doesn't go on long enough for time travel to be introduced. Yeah, maybe. Wouldn't it be, oh god, I'm not, whatever. You're not going to bait me on this. No, it's got to be either he's spreading misinformation or he is misremembering. Okay, that's good. Yeah, well, I couldn't find anything, so I'll take your word for it on this one. We love Anime News Network. They're completely inoffensive, not very harmful. I don't know. At least in my experience. Oh my god, what is this?
Why is she white, Horikoshi?
He's doing voice acting now?
Why is she white? Why is she white? It's his character, so yeah, maybe he should learn how to add her tan color to his art. I don't know. Love her, but ain't no way you Nico Robin her. When you turn my queen white.
This better be Chibi Reviews actually doing this voice and not like some other video he's just stolen for this.
The guys of lighting. Why is she so white? Why have you made her white? Why is she so white, Horikoshi? I'm about to give a.
He could make, if you made like a whole video essay like this, I think it'd be good. Like,
I'm about to give a massive truth nuke. You ready for it? Because I know for a fact these very
oh, I'm ready.
Are not ready for it. Mirako, in the very least, has been confirmed to be a tan woman. This is straight from the manga itself from My Hero Academia Vigilante.
this bunny-eared high school girl. Wait, oh, I guess it's like a flashback thing. Gorgeous murderous kicks are like tanned lethal weapons. I don't know if that confirms anything. Also, I did see this. I retweeted this out, obviously, and people were complaining about it. This is like that blue dress or blue-black dress again or whatever, where it's like, she clearly looks the exact same as she does in like the anime. It's just like the lighting. Like that's the only difference. And if you like think that she looks different, I think you're just like really dumb or something. In the same way that like if you don't see the blue dress, you're like really dumb. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Let's see. Why exactly do you think there's time travel in Chainsaw Man, Ari? Okay, well, okay. Guys, if you haven't read Chainsaw Man Part 2, leave. We're going to talk about Chainsaw Man spoilers right now, so please leave. So don't be worried. I'm going to spoil Chainsaw Man. You're not missing much. The stream's going to end very soon anyway. But why do I think there's time travel? I don't really, but like, it's possible. Like, there's the idea that, spoilers, I guess, really recent chapter spoilers, but Fami's talking about, like, Fami clearly has knowledge of the future, right? Like, we don't know, not Fami, I guess, but the Death Devil, whatever. I'm going to call her Fami because it's, like, much easier, but, she has knowledge of the future. Now, how she got that knowledge, or maybe she doesn't necessarily have knowledge of the future. She might like be pretending that she has knowledge of the future and is like going to shape the world to become true, like to the future that she wants or whatever. But assuming she does have knowledge of the future, which is like the most simple thing, because she keeps referring to this prophecy and like talking about how like, oh, I know this, and eventually my true powers are going to be activated when like people are afraid of death, and it's going to happen. I'm not going to know why, and blah blah blah. It feels like this feels like you could definitely introduce some time travel element to this, where it's like she's been to the future, or like she was in the future and came back to change things, or like it's not likely, but it is possible, right? I don't know. It could be like a thing. It's not impossible, but there's like time stuff happening, and it's like, oh, I could definitely imagine time travel happening. How long would his radio silence on his donations for his lawsuit before we get CopyZilla involved? I have no idea. I'm not a fan of CopyZilla either, so if these two are fighting, I'm not going to get involved in that at all. Oh my god, girl, fan art of himself. Now voice training, maybe. It was good performance here. I felt the character shining through. I'm staying and gonna get spoiled. Well, there we go. That's it. Maybe the prophecy is like a cycle and it's happened before. That could be interesting. Yeah. Like if it is like the Death Devil has lived so much that this like happens every like 10,000 years and it's the new 10,000 year iteration is happening. But Quan Chi is the first like devil hunter, right? So I feel like devils or like, yeah, they've only been around for like, what, 100 years or something maybe? Can't be that old, I don't know. And that's a part 1 talking point, all right? So if you're hating on that, you're hating on part 1, okay? And the future devil exists. Either he told her or it's another prophecy devil. That was what I talked about in the video. I said like, oh, maybe she like learned it from the future devil, or there's like other possibilities, but yeah. True. Or it's another prophecy devil, true. It is possible that I think we talked about this in the video today, but it is possible that the future, because what we know right now, there's like a few things we know about like Chainsaw Man at the moment, which is that the future devil told public safety that all of the prisoners that they tested out, like the 30, whatever, all 30 that they tested, all of them died, like by the time this prophecy comes to reality, or whatever, like 7 months or whatever after the time they tested them. Like 100% of them died. And so far as I understand, the future devil has always been correct. Like, we haven't seen a thing where it's like, oh, the future is like, the future devil's been wrong about something. But one thing we do know is that Aki's lifespan was decreased thanks to that contract where, like, he fought the samurai sword guy and he, like, used up that thing and it cost him his life or whatever. So I think your, like, remaining life can be reduced. But, like, how does that tie into, like, the future devil? Does the future devil, like, account for that? Like, is his future always set in stone? And because if it is, then like everyone's gonna die, right? Which would mean like maybe we have to go back in time or something, or maybe the ending's just gonna be like actual like everyone dies, which I think would be really cool. Or the other possibility is that Fami, I guess, spoilers for Chainsaw Man, by the way, that Fami is controlling the future devil. Like, it's just like another one of her pawns, which is very possible, right? So yeah, anyway. And the future devil exists. Oh, I read that already. Ah, Chibi, true. Are we watching anything this season? Well, I'm certainly not. Didn't Heath complain about how everything's bad this season or something, I think? I don't know. Oh no, now I'm getting Chibi reviews on my homepage. Also, I think I figured out the point of this video. Just complaining about, yeah, she's white or whatever, you know? Crazy.
Definitely is aware of this. I am not a big fan of just like a lot of the newcomers into the anime community as of late. They are people that more or less don't want to conform or actually join the community to enjoy the culture, enjoy anime and manga. They more or less want the culture itself to bend the knee and warp itself into what their ideals are instead of actually what it always was. It honestly just...
Thank you, Chibi.
Stuff has gotten a lot of traction. There's a lot of people talking about it. Hell, I mean, you look...
Broken rant for 10 minutes.
It has 20 million views. That's a lot. That's a lot of views. And
He's
then,
only getting to that? It's 7 minutes into the video? Oh my god.
Wait, I want to make a brief comment on this because a lot of people seem to be neglecting this. But this drawing of Mirko from My Hero
She's naked. It's crazy.
Academia, if you notice, there's a certain lack of attire, so to speak, on the character.
Isn't that crazy? She's naked.
I don't know why a lot of people are
It took me 10 minutes to comment on this.
talking about that one. But Koshi, if you want, please open up a... I'm just gonna say an NSFW type account on social media. I would love it. I would follow it instantly. I'm not joking. Please do so because like otherwise not a lot more people are talking about this. But getting into the grand scheme of things, disregarding.
Surely, like, I wonder who... Oh, I was gonna say, like, surely mangaka in the past have, like, done that, right? Like, there's, like, a lot of money to be made there, I'm sure. Like a lot of money. But maybe they don't technically own the rights to, like, the character designs, and that's, like, owned by the people, like, the manga publishers or whatever. So, like, maybe they can't do that. Or maybe, like, because of, like, a cultural... No, I was gonna say maybe a cultural thing in Japan, but I don't think it's, like, a... I'm sure mangaka are probably, like, pretty aware of, like, not safe for work art about their characters. I don't know. I feel like it has to be a thing. Like, unless they, like, it truly is, like, a copyright thing where it's, like, they can't do that. Yeah. I don't know. Man, you would make so much money. Like, if you became, like, a... Like, imagine if, like... I don't even know. Like, even, the guy from, Murata from One Punch Man. Like, if he'd made, like, not safe for work art, of, like, versions of his art, he'd make so much money. It's insane. Anyway. And Heath is base, so probably him too. True. Oh yeah, wait, I complained about that. Okay, maybe it was you. I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah, Chibi did a live stream. Can you rate his streaming skills? Probably better than mine. I don't know. I for some reason, I figured that he always live streams. I remember once, I don't know if this ever happened, but Natalie X Hunter, like the main, like, Mushoku Tensei channel, she did, like, a stream with him about, like, a Mushoku Tensei episode once. And I had no idea who Chibi Reviews was at the time. Okay, is it just not on here anymore? Was it not a live stream, maybe? Or maybe, I think what happened, it was like something like, I think Chibi Reviews was, like, meant to show up. Oh no, here he is. Okay. And I think he, like, didn't show up or something. I think. God, talk about bad audio, by the way. Oh my goodness, bro. But I think it was like her first time streaming a discussion, so I don't blame her, but... Like, I'm not confident, but I'm like decently sure he didn't show up, but maybe he did. Anyway, whatever. Did I get distracted? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, his stream. Why did I just open the same video? Wait, what do you mean? It's like a big time streamer.
I'm gonna need to plug in my
Okay, terrible audio.
support, Q&A.
Terrible video.
So I think I'm streaming. Let me see. Let me
Bro, that's the classic. I'm sure I've done that before. The crowd. Wait, what was my first stream? What did I say? Like, oh, I think I'm live. Or did I say hello, everyone? Let's have a look. Bro. Classic, drinking the water bottle. Wonder if this will work. Everyone does it. Like the first stream, you gotta say this. You gotta be so cautious about whether it's working or not, because you don't want to embarrass yourself and like talk, and then you realize it's not working, and you just talk to no one the whole time. So you gotta be like, I hope this is working. I hope you can hear me right now. Good. Got my squeaky chair. I want to say something. Oh my god, how do I even check this? True, I was so nervous. I'm like, no one's seeing it. It's not working. Oh my god. No idea what I'm doing. It was so complicated to set up. You got to do it through OBS, and you also got to do it in the YouTube studio or something. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Apparently, that is true. It is unnecessarily complicated.
plug in my oh man, okay. Mars and support.
But you know, did you notice good audio right from the start? I'm like this.
So I think I'm streaming.
Kyle would listen to this and be like, "Oh, the audio is not like that quiet." Aye.
Let me make sure. Let me open up my phone here. I got the chat pulled up. We can see Crunchyroll's lost all its respect for me with all the reasons on the street. Dude, you are 100% correct. Like, dude, Crunchyroll's mistranslation, like what they have done to ReZero here. Let's open up a tab here. Like what they have done is just insane, man. Like they have mistreated this anime.
It's fine. It's a decent stream. Whatever. It's all the same. Did you watch Hank Green hating on AI art? No, but you know what? So far he's said good things about stuff, so I'm sure it wasn't that bad. He's a smart guy, based on the stuff I've seen. Oh god, I don't even know where to find it. Good luck. And the great Jarky Bacon is using the Great Eris emote that I made. Remember that Naked Invisible Girl cover? That was cool. I remember liking that. That was really cool. Was it a volume cover or was it I don't want to type in Naked Invisible Girl. My hero. Don't be naked, please. Yeah, this. Wait, where's like the full one? It's not even that crazy. She was like wearing... Wait. It wasn't that bad, was it? Well, you don't need to censor it. And now I'm scared if I scroll down and I get like fan art where she's like actually naked. Wait. So if it's a volume cover... Wait. My Hero Academia volumes. I promise, guys, it's not that bad. Okay. Wait. Holy, how many are there? Wait, is it not a volume cover? Did someone just like color in art? I didn't see it anyway, yeah. It would be weird if it was a volume cover, right? Actually, these don't look very familiar. Well, you know what? It is what it is. Oh, it was a chapter cover, okay. Bro, we're not gonna be able to find what chapter it is. We're just gonna get the censored version where she's like, we only see the top half. $3.68. My Hero Academia. This makes it look like she's like naked. $3.68. Am I crazy? Is she like actually naked? Why can I not find an image of this? Surely there's like a... I don't want to... You know what? Chapter 368. My Hero Academia. Is this on like Shonen Jump? It would be, right? You know what? Yeah, I'm a genius. Guys, I figured it out. Where's my goddamn water bottle? There. Oh no, now it looks bad because it's like it's so bright. Wait. There, it's like... That's not that bad. It's like censored and stuff. It's like artistic or whatever, right? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I don't know why I went down that tangent. What did Miller even say? Remember that naked... Okay, we have the context now, guys, okay? We're all informed. Remember that Naked Invisible Girl cover? Horikoshi admitted he didn't have to draw a cover. Wait, he didn't have to draw a cover, so he just used that, which he'd drawn before. He probably just covered it up a little for the release. Yeah, maybe, you know. No, I feel like to draw, it's like a waste of effort if you draw stuff that's going to be censored, right? I thought, you know what I thought about? This reminded me of this thought I had when I was watching Mob Psycho 100, the second opening, where it's like, see this? Where it's like, there's like people like moving here and they're like being animated. And then there's like actual people. Like, do they like draw the full people and then like animate it? Or are they like literally just like drawing these little lines and like animating them behind the thing? Because it's like such wasted effort to like draw a full person and then animate it and then like cover it up with like lines, right? I don't know. It's just a thing that always interests me that I don't have an answer for it, but it is what it is. Surely they're not allowed to or have time to. They would have time to. I don't know if they'd be allowed to though, like legally or whatever. It's real things look fake now. Oh. Oh.
Here's what happened. True.
I hope his argument is that it's going to ruin like reality or whatever. It's going to make like news really hard to pass, because that's a good argument. He makes a more interesting point than just AI. I thought you might find it interesting discussion. Well, we did talk about AI stuff at the beginning. My God, I caught up just in time. It was a chapter cover. Well, we figured this out. Yes, Miller told me. I think my hottest take is that anime show... Wait. Is it anime show that is longer than like 30 episodes cannot be a masterpiece? What about Attack on Titan? If you need that long to tell your story, you're probably just bloating it for no reason. Yeah, but what if like the appeal of a story is like the oh my God, what's it called? Oh God, I don't even remember the Kyle Entertainment video name. Core themes and changing context. What if that's the appeal, you know? Miller says dumb take. True. One Piece is good. Google barrier grid animation and oh my goodness. Sorry. Barrier grid animation and stereography, and read the Wikipedia page or something. Oh my God. This is crazy. This is exactly what we're talking about. The great Mr. Gems has come in handy. Thank you. All right. I'll look at this later. It annoys me that we'll never see manga spreads before they add the speech bubble on top. Well, don't worry. We have AI to get rid of the speech bubble, so we love AI.
Happened. Months ago, I recorded a video with Jacob Collier when I talked about a video that I was working on, and then that video got edited and then uploaded, and now it's on the internet, and I still hadn't uploaded the video that I referenced. I had finished recording the video, Milo had finished editing it, it was sitting in my Dropbox, but I had not uploaded it. So if you have watched the Ask Hank Anything, here is the video that I referenced, and if you haven't watched it, you can go watch it after this video. It's called Real Things Look Fake Now, and it's weird to have an introduction to a YouTube video, but we did do that anyway. A while back, a Chinese company, Deep Blue Aerospace, did a vertical takeoff and landing of its Nebula 1 rocket in Mongolia. Now the rocket looked like it was going to successfully land, but for whatever reason, it seemed to think that the land was closer than it was, and then it just shut off the engines and crashed to the ground and exploded. And all of this was caught on camera by a drone that was piloted around the rocket as it came in for that landing, and then very impressively.
Is he going to say this is fake? It's just an AI video? Oh no, he's saying that the existing thing looks fake now, and people thought it was AI because AI is so prevalent.
This video did the rounds on some content platforms, as you would expect it to, and everywhere I saw it, the same thing happened. People in the replies said that it was fake. It was fake AI bollocks.
Wait, it's just... I mean, I see this on TikTok all the time. Everyone calls everything AI. It's just like a meme. It's not a meme. Like, people probably do believe this, but some of them are joking as well.
It wasn't AI, it was CGI. No, it was AI. The person who posted it should obviously have known that it was AI, and then the person who posted it themselves isn't actually sure if it's real. This guy knows so much, he can even explain how it was faked by keeping movement the whole time, which is especially embarrassing because of how it wasn't fake. But ever since I saw these comments, which is like months ago.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know that. It might be fake, right?
I have been spiraling a little bit. Like, we gotta look hard at a couple of things here. First, why did this feel fake? And second, how will we ever know again if something is real?
You will not, and there is no way you'll ever know. And also, you're fighting a losing battle. You will never inform these people, okay? These are the dumbest... They're not even dumb. They're just, like, normal people who, like, don't think about this stuff. And there's no way, no amount of... Even if you got 100 million views on a video, you're not going to convince, like, 1% of these people of anything. You are fighting a losing battle in trying to educate anyone on this, but Yeah.
So when I first saw this, I have to say, to me, it felt real. It might have been that I watched a lot of Rockets Land, and I've watched a lot of drone videos, and I've edited a lot of videos, and I've watched a lot of AI videos, so I had like the necessary inputs to have a good BS detector in this situation, but my gut reaction was like, that doesn't seem fake. Now, the fakest part of the video is this part right here, where they slow down the explosion. So this was shot on a high-speed camera, probably 60 frames per second, maybe 120. This is not especially advanced technology, but it means that you can slow the footage down while keeping it smooth. But I think that like feels kind of like the movies. It feels movie-ish. I've seen a lot of slowed down explosions, but mostly in fiction. We don't tend to see them in footage of...
Oh my god, now we can go to the Sora.com, see all the AI videos they promote. Let's have a look. Alright guys, is this AI or real? This cat with birds sitting on it. I don't know, it looks pretty AI to me. Is this AI or real? I don't know, it looks pretty AI. This flower is blooming. I don't know, let's keep going until we get something that's actually cool. Oh, this is a cool one, look at this. Like an egg that turns into a rabbit with like a shadow, that's kind of cool. A cat eating an ice cream, well, isn't that just lovely? And it kind of goes out of frame for some reason. We love AI and its giant brain. Chicken surrounding a dog. I don't know, what's some actual good stuff? A female gray alien. I don't know.
Real things that are really happening, because it feels like maybe a little bit disrespectful to the reality of a big explosion. Because a big explosion that happened in the real world shouldn't be about the drama. It should be about like the problem that happened. But in this case, it's probably fine for it to be about the drama because it's just a test launch, and sometimes test launches explode. But this situation where them slowing down the footage made it feel more fake reminds me of like the soap opera effect, where if you turn on motion smoothing on a TV, it will look worse to me. It looks like a crappy soap opera from when I was a kid, because soap operas didn't use the same film that TV used to use. So it looked like smoother for some reason. I don't really get it. I just know how I feel as a person when I'm watching it. But because lower quality stuff had that look, and it looks like smoother, and higher quality stuff didn't, then making something smoother makes it feel more low quality to me, which I think is entirely a cultural thing about my brain. It's just vibes.
That is true. Oh my god, no one said anything. Brilliant.
In the same way, I think slowed down explosions look a little bit fake. It's just some pattern matching that's happening inside of me. But I will say that I had the vibes that this was real. That doesn't mean that I accepted it as real after seeing it questioned. I watched it for signs that it might be AI. And one thing that made me think that it definitely wasn't was all of the buildings would go off camera and then they would come back in the same shape. And that's not something that AI can do right now. Like,
I mean, it can do it, just like sometimes, right? Like maybe 40% of the time or something.
If something goes away, it forgets it ever existed, and then when it comes back, it will either not be there or it will be different. So that made me think it was real, but the real proof is that I looked it up and I found a second angle of the same footage and some actual press coverage and the normal press.
This is the second AI video, okay?
Of the launch. Without that press coverage, like literally, I would not have been comfortable saying that it was real. So that's like the
I bet this guy believes in the moon landing, Jesus.
Thing here. We're gonna need organizations that we can trust so that they can do the hard work for us. And we won't have
This is true. He's so smart. This is like my stance on this, which is that in the future, the only way you're gonna know anything is through trust. Like we're gonna I have a video. I don't want to. Oh god. I'm not gonna make this, so I guess I can say it. But I have like a video called like oh, what was it? Oh, it was like a title about. It was a play on like the turtles all the way down or whatever. It was like the truth is. I don't know what it is, but it's important. Truth is like the only way. The only way it's. Oh god. I'm so excited, I don't even know what to say. Okay. The only way that you will ever know anything when all media and all information and all words and all text and all audio and everything can be fake, is through like having people or institutions that you trust that have like a record of like things where you verify that the things they're saying are true. And in the future, this is the only way you're going to ever know anything. Like you could be watching my stream now and believe that I'm like telling you things, but I'm just like a fake AI thing that someone in like Russia has like spun up to kind of try and convince you or something. And it's going to look real and sound real. And maybe I'd be saying things that are really convincing, but like you have no, like, I'm just like a voice in the ether that people have created. I don't know. Anyway,
have to. And that's going to be.
We love when we acknowledge our bias. It's so true. Wait, have you watched the new Star Wars trailer? Was there oh yeah, I forgot about that. It was like some animated. I haven't seen Bad Batch yet though, so I think it's gonna be like spoilers, right? This guy must believe in the moon landing or something. Great joke, thank you. All right. Yeah, it's so exciting. Can't wait to put my trust in companies Elon can buy out whenever he wants. That's not the thing. It's about the verifiable history of like having something that has been trustworthy in the past, you're going to trust in the future. And it doesn't matter if you like it or not. That's like, it's the way it's going to be. And if you don't like this, then you can just trust like the little pictures you see on the computer, and then hopefully like, you know, you live a happy life where you're nice and happy and see the truth and everything.
Hard, especially because we've gotten really used to not paying for anything, and organizations cost money. Otherwise, we're going to be operating on vibes a lot. Like, we're operating on vibes a lot right now, and there are some things that do just kind of look like AI. Like, we can tell now. This picture of a beach looks like AI. It's too perfect, it's weirdly crisp, and all the colors are too saturated.
But it's actually a real artist image. Is that what it's going to say?
Like, this is what a beach actually looks like. This is a photo of a beach. That's not AI.
And this is AI is what it's going to say.
Except it is AI. It was
yeah, all right.
Created with a different prompt, the beach, but it looks like it was taken by an amateur with an iPhone 15. So AI by default does make stuff that looks like AI, but it also can be made to make stuff.
This is all I need. You just like, you can have, oh God, it's so good. It's so good to have a YouTuber talking about AI, and he's just like, he's saying he's like informed about things, you know, he's like done his own research, you know, he's not just like echoing something that he's heard. Like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
That's hard to tell whether or not it's AI. And I do think it's kind of amazing how good people have gotten really quickly at getting a vibe for whether or not something looks like AI. Like this image that was just posted by the head of the Department of Transportation with like this Uncle Sam, like that's AI Uncle Sam. I couldn't tell you why that's AI Uncle Sam, but that's AI Uncle Sam. We don't like being tricked. Also, AI images are often tacky and hacky, and especially as we see a lot of them, we get tired of it really quickly. That's how I feel about AI Uncle Sam here. I'm like, this is a fake man. It's kind of gross.
This is absolutely true about the like getting tired, by the way, as well. Like you could have, as long as like if there was only one person in the world, or like say 100,000 people in the world who had access to AI art, then AI art would probably look really good. It's the fact that we see it everywhere. And it's like, it's not even the fact that we see it everywhere. It's the fact that we see it everywhere. And the way that it's used by most people is so uninspired. That's what makes it look bad. Because we're seeing AI style and we're seeing it used in the most boring way. It's like the repetition of that which makes it look bad. It's like if you see like, if every anime looked the same way and had the same art style, then all anime would just look boring. It's the fact that different animes have like different art styles what make it interesting, and some anime look better than others because of that. It's like the exact same thing with AI. I'm so glad. What a great. We love this guy. He's great. All right.
AI images are often tacky and hacky, and especially as we see a lot of them, we get
repetition is the issue. We love it.
Tired of it really quickly. That's how I feel about AI Uncle Sam here. I'm like, this is a fake man. It's kind of gross that a government official is using it. There's all the reasons why it's actually worrying, non-consensual data sets and environmental impact and all that, but also it's just
true. Oh my God.
Kind of gross. Like I just kind of don't like it. You know?
Look, he's being honest as well. He just doesn't like it. This is great.
It makes me think all the people who are going to be applying to be air traffic controllers are people who don't like know the difference between AI and not AI. But I think the reason that it feels kind of like just cringe to me is because it is so easy to create it. It often lacks any substance or weight. It just always feels.
And this is also true. And it's like not what the other guy was making the same, like a similar argument, which is saying like real art is hard. Okay. This guy is making a much more interesting argument, which is that most people who use the AI are doing it like very uninspired, and they're not like actually thinking through their decisions. This is a good argument. The other one was not.
Always
Jesus. Oh no, right, we're back.
We're going to be applying to be air traffic controllers are people who don't like know the difference between AI and not AI. But I think the reason that it feels kind of like just cringe to me is because it is so easy to create it. It often lacks any substance or weight. It just always feels empty and derivative. But I think in addition to that, we tire of repetitive styles really.
True, like anime. Oh my God.
Quickly.
If he brings up anime, I'm just like, I'm done. He's me. He's literally
looks away. It can only look that way for a little while before culture moves on from it. And that means that like constant exposure to the current era of visually similar AI images makes that stuff just feel cringe really fast. All of this together is resulting in what people call AI slop. These low quality images or low quality text that are rapidly filling up the internet. Now there's a backlash against the slop. That is of course not uniform across culture, but it does exist. And it's giving me a little bit of hope because it does suck. Like it is bad art. And our brains turn out to be pretty good at vibing out what feels real and what feels fake as long as we're exposed to enough of it.
So my Star Wars video was already outdated. Yeah, maybe. Guys, I'm starting to think there might be some issues with this whole capitalism thing. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe. It's also the best system we have at the moment, right? I guess we'll see. You think it's exciting just because it's inevitable? Did I say it was exciting? I'm not saying I'm looking forward to the future where it's like, the only way we get truth is through established reputations. I like the world we have now where you can actually like look for truth on your own. We have like a great Wikipedia, for instance, where there's like sources for things and stuff like that. I'm saying that's just the inevitable future. I don't think, did I say I was excited for it? Maybe I did. If I did, I misspoke. I'm not excited for that future. We love Hank Green. True, we do. Good take. True.
And this is, I think, an important point. It's not just that it feels fake. It's that if it's really easy to create something that people like, then there will be...
Also, we need to get like one of those one guy emotes in here, okay? Where like I'm getting one guide by Millie here. But I mean, if there's only like 4 people in the chat, can you ever be one guide? I don't know, but... Oh god, now I open the emoji panel. I guess I have to send an emoji now. How do I close this? Oh no, I guess that's how you close it. Alright.
a lot of it really fast, and the amount of it will turn us off of it. We will find it cringe quite quickly because there'll be just so much of it that culture will move on from it. Now, we're not perfect at any of this. One, culture for some areas of society moves more slowly, and so they won't find it cringe as fast. And we're already kind of seeing that divide, I feel like, in the, you know, world of the kinds of people who are still listening to the modern country music, which sounds a heck of...
That is also kind of funny, isn't it? Not about the country music thing, but like old people, like they consume, well, actually, I don't know, maybe this is a dumb point. I was going to say they consume like social media much, I was going to say they consume it much less, like they consume less of it than young people do. Like in terms of like the hours in the day that they consume it is probably less. But maybe that's not true because I know a lot of old people do consume a lot of social media. But the argument I was going to say, or like the point was going to be that like maybe what he just said here, which is that because of that, the old people are going to like the AI art for longer because they're seeing it less frequently and they're like not going to get tired of it as much. But I guess that's what he said. But anyway.
A lot like it did when I was a kid. And a lot of those folks are baffled by the fact that Kendrick Lamar exists. Just didn't know he existed until the Super Bowl. And Kendrick Lamar's hip hop sounds very different from the hip hop of my childhood. So the cultural effect is going to be uneven. But there are also just so many times when people are going to see real things and it's going to feel fake. Like the kinds of people who make art that get popular in sort of AI image generation, either because the models themselves are preferring it or because the people who are making the art have figured out a way to like make something.
I'm actually curious. What do you guys think of like that? Jesus. We could do a poll. What do you actually think of this? Like as a work of art? Like how does it look? Like do you actually see this and think it like looks bad? Because I can imagine maybe people do. Because when I see this, I'm like, man, this is like really cool. I like a cool piece of fan art. If I was like scrolling and I saw this, I'd be like, oh, that was like really cool. I don't know. What do you... Wait, let me do a poll. Do you like this Ruby art? Yes? No? I'm curious. Like maybe you guys just like... Maybe because I made it, I'm like biased and I'm like, oh, I thought this like looked really cool. But maybe like other people will be like, oh, it's like not that good. Yeah. This isn't like, it's just like something I also tweeted, by the way, because I got triggered by that Steven video, but it's not like I have other things I've made, of course. Good take. Can you be one guide by the only guy? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Did you tell it to turn Ruby into a shoujo manga cover? Hey, let's see. I think I did. I just basically on Sora, this is the way it works, right? You see like stuff like this, and whenever you click on something, you can see the prompt that made it. So I saw some prompt for something that looks interesting, and then I just like did it, but for Ruby, and then I like kind of altered it a bit. And technically this isn't like purely AI, there's like a few things different. Where's the... Am I gonna be able to find this? Maybe on my phone. I've like made so many things, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to find this. Wait, is that it? Or... Bro, there's so much. God, it's so cool, mate. I also do a bunch, just for fun, I do like a bunch of the turning like anime characters and like real people. I find that very fun. Oh my god, here's a Ruby one. No. Did I like delete it? Oh, here, okay. The prompt was 1970s Japanese comic book cover art based on the TV series Ruby, Volume 1. The image's drawing style is inspired by 1970s Japanese shoujo manga artists. Ruby has black hair with red highlights. Blake has black hair. Yang has yellow hair. Weiss has white hair. So, yeah, that's why he made this. Anyway. And I guess for context, if you don't know Ruby, it's just like... Where are they? I guess there's not a good picture of them all together, but... This is Yang. Yang. This is Weiss. Weiss, I guess in her season 1 outfit. This is Blake. And this is Ruby. But in her season 1 outfit, wherever that is. Anyway. So did I tell it to turn Ruby into a shoujo manga cover? Absolutely. Yeah, it looks bad. The red and yellow ones have the same face. Yeah, but this is like the art style. I don't know. Like in shoujo manga, okay, they often have a pretty similar face. Like bro would look at Code Geass and be like, "That's bad. We don't like Code Geass." Am I crazy? They all like look the same in Code Geass, right? They're actually identical. Which I mean, I would also probably say this looks pretty bad too. But it's not because the AI. It's just because like that's the style of the thing I'm trying to make. I'm abstaining from the poll because my feeling is a bit more nuanced. Okay. Well, you can type it if you want. I mean, that's authentic to the anime aesthetic though, Miller. Yeah, well, true. There we go. He's coming in with the facts. Like, it's not bad. Also, looking bad is authentic to Ruby. That, you know what? That is true. Ruby has looked very bad in the past. Okay, now these days it looks pretty good. Like that one picture of Ruby we saw. That's a good. Oh my god, where is it? Ruby. Like this looks good. Come on, you can't look at this and be like, oh, that's like ugly. Oh my god. Like this is a good piece of art here. Anyway. Base Militake, that is true. I don't know, man. Playing with AI in your spare time is like the equivalent of spending hours using your gun app on your iPhone 15 years ago. Well, yeah, I mean, both are fun. But also the, I don't understand. You could say the same thing about people who, like, draw things. Like, wasting your time drawing is, like, the same thing. Like, you're just producing things from your imagination that you want to, like, see in the world. And it's, like, fun. Like, it's the same appeal, right? Yeah. They do not look the same in Code Geass? Really? I don't know about that. Code Geass. I feel like if we took the hair away, they all look the same. Like, this is Lelouch. Who's like another Suzaku Kururugi or something, right? Was like a... You tell me these two don't look the same? Bro. They got the exact same face. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. All right. Oh, Ari, Satisfactory is very CPU heavy. What's your CPU? It's low frame rate. Is it? I don't know. I have a good CPU, but I didn't know it was CPU heavy. Just like turn down the number of rendered things or something. I have no idea. My CPU is like a, I don't even know. It's like a 10900K or something. It's like a really high end one. Suzaku has got gentler eyes. Well, so does Blake. You're not saying the eyes look the same. Are you telling me here? Maybe this is not zoomed in enough. Oh god, I can't even zoom in. You saying these eyes are the same? This and this? The face is the same, I'll admit that. Even then, it's like not exactly the same, but it's like pretty similar. But the eyes are completely different, just like how Suzaku's eyes are different from Lelouch's, okay? Anyway, let's see this poll. Alright, we got 6 votes. 67% say yes, and then 33% say no. That's, you know, that's okay. I'll accept that. Anyway. Crazy. Just the red and the yellow ones. Oh, I thought you were talking about these two. Okay, my apologies. This is saying these two. Okay, they do have the same eyes. Okay, that makes sense, because like the faces do look slightly different. You're saying in these two they have the same face. It's Miller. You don't know the law. This is genius. They're sisters. Okay? That's why they look similar. It's amazing. Okay? That's a good thing. It's meant to look similar because they're literally sisters. The rest aren't sisters, just these two. So Miller has luckily identified a subtle detail that the AI art has captured here, which is that they're meant to look similar. We love it. Okay, this is amazing. All right. They look the same, says the OP. Is a One Piece fan? What do they... I don't even know. I don't know anything about One Piece. I can't even comment. When I saw this Ruby image, I thought you asked it to look like the Rose of Vasilius. Why does that sound so familiar? What is that? Oh, it's like an old anime or something that Heath watched recently, I'm guessing. Or like a new one? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I can try that too. Maybe one day we'll just do like a stream of me generating AI art to trigger Miller, okay? Miller the Killer. If I was an idiot, I would say it's because they are sisters. Oh my god, that's what I said. Oh my god. Wait, did he say that before I said that? Oh my god. Find me 2 One Piece characters that look the same, please. I can tell you oh, what's their name? The Robin girl? And the one who looks like Robin. Who are you gonna tell me is like a twin or something, right? Who's the one? You know the one, guys. She looks exactly like this character. So much that I thought they were the same character. You know exactly who I'm thinking of. Please tell me. Unless it's like in the plot that they're like twins or something. Find me 2. I read that already. But I don't care about Ruby, so I'm not going to say that. Don't worry, I said it for you, Mr. Gems, okay? The hair looks really similar on Yang. This is different enough. I don't know. This is what their hair looks like. It's fine, you know. Have you played Factorio? I have, but only like 10 hours maybe? I recently started a few weeks ago. I like it a lot. Factorio is good. And it was not inspired by your comment, Cichlid, okay? I think you left a comment on my video saying to play it. I think I just played it independent. I think I'd already started before that comment. I can't be Googling One Piece woman on my work PC. Sorry, okay. Nami x various hundreds of female characters. Oh my god. Oh, Boa Hancock. I think that is the one. Are they like sisters or something? Is that what it's going to be? You know what? They're not identical in fairness, but they're like pretty similar. Like these are like, I don't know. This is a very similar character design. But I'm assuming they're like twins or something, right? Or like sisters or something. I don't know. Like I would be more surprised because it must be like I'd be more surprised if they weren't related because they're so similar. I don't know. Maybe don't spoil. I don't know. I don't know. It wouldn't really bother me, I guess. But just draw an X and 2 O's. Is that what One Piece characters are like? Oh my god. Did you ever see that imagine of the Dr. Stone mangaka drawing One Piece characters? No, not at all. Not related at all? Oh my goodness, that's kind of crazy. But I mean, in fairness, One Piece has like 1 million characters, so if some of them look similar, it's not like, it doesn't really matter. Dr. Stone One Piece characters. You know what? I wouldn't even know what to look for here, so I don't even know. I don't know the Dr. Stone style. Didn't you do like hentai or something? Or did Kyle tell me that and that was a lie? I don't even know. Not related at all. Also, I've never seen a scene. They've never been in a scene together, so it doesn't matter. Very true. Well, it matters to me as someone who like thought they were the same character for the longest time until someone told me that they weren't. Anyway, I probably shouldn't watch this because it's like I'm assuming Bad Batch spoilers because I think she's in Bad Batch, right? I don't know. If I refresh, you think there'll be like new pieces of art? I guess not. Yeah, I'll show you the ones I favorited. They're probably just going to be like real versions of something. Oh yeah, here's one. I mean, it's just like fun art I made. I don't know. And it's not even, this one's not even that good. And I did it pretty early. Can I even copy it? Just stealing Gatorade. Tatsumaki running from Fubuki. I don't know. It's like fun stuff. Stuff like this. I'm like, oh, that's like cool. I want to see this in reality. And just make it. Or like, I don't know, the other ones are... I mean, here's another version of the... Oh, God, actually, never mind. You guys are just going to hate me if I show it. Oh, my God. You're going to tell me it's terrible looking? I don't know. Anyway. Next, he'll say Viola and Baby 5 also look the same as these two. Viola, One Piece. Oh, my God, she does. She looks the exact same. Okay, wait. I've never seen this character in my life, though. Nah, this one's different enough. This one, it looks... Actually, this one... Oh, boy. You know what? They actually do look pretty similar. But I don't know. In some of these pictures, though, she doesn't look anything like the other character, though. But this one is, like, pretty uncanny. Ay, ay, ay. Society. Anyway, I probably shouldn't watch this. It's gonna have spoilers. Let's just finish this quickly.
That they all like for a moment. The people who make stuff that's like that will get carried along with the AI stuff into cringe territory, and they won't be able to make stuff anymore that people like. And that's wild. Their art will look like AI. It will flag our authenticity radars as inauthentic, in the same way that that video of this rocket ship flagged authenticity radars because it had aesthetic properties that looked like stuff that had been faked or was in sort of...
Bro, I swear to God, is this like wolf thing, like some big news? It's like also here. No longer extinct. Colossal Biosciences dire wolf project. I don't know a single thing about this, but okay.
Fictional realm. So we're all developing our authenticity radars and our cringe radars, and those radars are going to need to be constantly tuned and understood to always be imperfect. But like, eventually, I really do think that we will simply not be able to tell the difference between AI images and real ones, and it's going to be a real mess. Sarah Jeong at The Verge said this a while back. We briefly lived in an era in which the photograph was a shortcut to reality. Briefly, and no longer. The tools that we need to navigate a world where that is not the case have not yet been...
That is kind of funny. Photos haven't been around that long.
Developed, and it's not going to be easy to deal with, especially when we're in a world that does not reward organizations that work hard to uncover truth. We are in a world of content that disrupts our authenticity.
We're in a world where Donald Trump got elected as the president after not admitting that he lost the last election. And like, oh God.
We are in a world
I
of
don't
epistemic overload, of not knowing, just like so hard to suss out truth all of the time. And we are also in a world where we have degraded and ignored and not supported institutions that actually do a good job of uncovering truth. How anyone will know what is real in 5 years is entirely unknown to me. But I think that we are going to have to build those systems. Like, we will build them because we'll have to. But in order to get there, we're going to need people and systems and organizations that have a strong alliance to the truth. And that is not always well selected for by algorithmic media. I guess we'll keep trying anyway. This video was brought to you by the 12 hours of white noise that I uploaded to the Vlogbrothers YouTube channel that is donating all of its revenue to charity. If you like white noise videos on YouTube...
I don't, and I don't like charity, so we're not going to watch it. All right. But Cad Bane. We do like Cad Bane. It's lame as hell giving Cad Bane a backstory. I don't like him because he's sad and misunderstood or something. You know, the cool thing about Cad Bane is how he sounds. His voice is really cool in the Clone Wars. And that one scene in Bad Batch Season 1. Wait, what is this? Is this like a scene from the upcoming season? Oh my God. You know what, let's just watch. Is it gonna, actually, no, I don't want to get spoiled. I'm excited for Bad Batch. I don't want to, let's skip it. We'll watch it after I've seen Bad Batch. Which is coming up, alright? Soon enough. Yeah, did I just make this giant? Oh my God, wait. Alright. Is there a reason this is time-stamped? Or is this just the... Miller was 6 minutes in and then he sent the video, I wonder. Maybe. Bad Batch spoilers. Yeah, I assume, right? It's probably gonna have Bad Batch spoilers. I don't know why you keep getting recommended Legend of the Galactic Hero stuff. It's because it's like in a similar art style to that Ruby thing. You're logged out on this browser, right? I mean, the only time I ever use this browser is when I'm streaming, so I guess you could probably follow the chain of logic and see how it arrived at this. She's alive and we don't know how, that's all. Okay, we can watch it then. Star Wars, did you see that? Alright. Let's watch it. I don't know anything about this. I assume it takes place like after Bad Batch or something. And I think it's a Sarge Ventress, but I guess we'll see.
Just do as I say. Never can be too
Droids.
cautious with strangers out here. Then again, you're no stranger.
True.
Lady Ventress.
I don't like that she has hair.
We got a problem here. Just saw him right in.
That Tobias Beckett? Sounded like him. Oh, Cad Bane. Epic, he's like blue.
What's the situation?
Cool voice.
He was your best friend.
Things have changed. You took
There's a green Cad Bane? This is crazy.
everything from me.
It's an actual backstory. He's like a kid.
Everything from me.
Who are you?
I was Count Dooku's lead assassin.
Just a yellow lightsaber?
I don't want that life anymore.
Oh, blue versus green. Who's gonna win? Is there meant to be tension? Is there Cad Bane isn't gonna win?
No one needs to die.
Get them.
I feel like I recognize that guy.
You're gonna pay for what you did. This revenge, I hope it was worth it. It will be.
Cool. Oh. Oh, I just realized. I don't know why. I guess I didn't read the title properly. This is like the third version of like Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Underworld. Okay. I thought this was like a sequel series to like Bad Batch or something. Okay, that makes sense. So we're going to be following a Sarge Ventress in like 3 stories and then like Cad Bane in 3 stories. Okay. Oh, that makes this much more interesting. I'm definitely going to watch this. Okay. Who was the guy that I recognized? Some random guy. It was like here, wasn't it? Oh, it's a woman? There's a guy? I can't tell. It looks like Clovis, but like, am I crazy? Wait. Rush Clovis. Okay, you know what? Maybe it doesn't look like him. It kind of looks like him, right? Like a little bit. It also could be a woman. And also the jaw kind of looks nothing like him. Anyway, it is what it is. It looked interesting. I'm probably going to watch that. Anyway. Are you excited to see how Cad Bane got his breathing tubes? No, not really. Not at all. Rogue Jedi versus Inquisitor, battle number 38. So exciting. Well, you know what? I do have to say, that trailer, the directing looked cool. Like, there were a bunch of cool shots and stuff. So, we've at least got that going for it. But that is true. We're going to get a Rogue Jedi versus Inquisitor, and we have seen a lot of that. Clovis is the funniest Star Wars character. That is true. I saw a funny meme the other day where it was like about Anakin beating him up. It was like a good meme. Anyway, last thing, and then I'll probably end stream, because I've been streaming for so long. It's getting late. I got work tomorrow. Why did Miller link this?
So he's like Vader.
It's like Vader. True.
I know. And they I know. It is very disappointing. You know, and I was very sick as a kid. I was on chemotherapy for about 5-6 years.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, no. So I've seen that side, and I'm just, I want to make the most out of the time that I have. I don't know. Nothing's promised. We kind of realized this a few months ago, is that like the idea of being helpless in the hospital, and like it left something in my brain where I just wanted to make sure I'm never vulnerable.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Real.
That's all yours.
Wait, no, we got paid. I haven't paid it. Enjoy. No.
Yeah,
he's such a nice guy. I wish he could do that to me. Just give me that lightsaber.
You guys made me feel special something with the bond that I had with my dad, too.
I'm gonna like you.
No.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Can I give you a hug?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Thank you so much.
Touched the heart today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I hope you enjoy the movie. Yeah.
We will.
Yeah. Don't mention it.
I mean...
Wow, that just melted my heart. My goodness. Title and thumbnail was funny too, or was it? His emotional message about Disney destroying Star Wars, that is true. They could have made something great, but they didn't. They didn't. My goodness. Hey, that's me and my dad. Do we know this? Could this just be someone cosplaying as the person in the video? Thank you again for taking time to talk to me and my dad, as well as giving us a free lightsaber. In a time where people tend to look away or uncomfortable around my dad, you took time to genuinely talk with us and give a special memory. You were truly a class act. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are a great person. Love you, brother. May the force be with you. True. I miss being as passionate about Star Wars as the guy at 3.
The Darth Vader comics that you redo.
Heck yeah.
Those are amazing.
Those are my favorite.
Those are my favorite.
Those are my favorite.
Unbelievable detail, the voices, the way you do it. It's like, dude, they got all these resources over there at the D, at the House of the Mouse.
Yeah.
Won't they haul at you? I'm like, look at it.
Yeah.
Culture needs it. Like,
Alright, we did it. Alright, excellent. Is Bacon still here? I doubt it. He's probably at work right now. Or maybe he's like listening through the headphones while he's working, and he'll like pop in chat and be like, I'm actually here, I'm just not watching, which is fine. We forgive him. Anyway, let's do one more round of checking the views on videos to see if I have suddenly shot up in views. 6 views here. 86. This was the biggest waste of time in my life. My goodness. Ay. Alright, ordinary Ari. I swear if the digest has more views than this. Okay, 59. We're good. Alright, and how's Chainsaw Man doing? Fujiwara couldn't keep his gore fetish to himself. Amazing. The new Kyle Gordon dropped, by the way. I don't know what that means. Ciclet subtweeting me, maybe.
The fact that I don't want to. But
Jesus.
I don't like this dude, so I don't care how sad your story is.
Why is the quality so bad? I guess it's my internet.
So won't you love me? Except for the fact that I don't want to.
This is the meme I saw as well. It's like this scene where he like gets his hands up and he's like, "Oh, I'm ready to fight."
Yo, relax.
Yep, this. It's like walking like this.
Hey, yo, Anakin, chill. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Anakin is beat on him. He said,
"Oh, he broke his hand."
Oh my god.
Oh, Anakin.
Great moment, my goodness. I'm glad season 6 of the Clone Wars exists just for this, my goodness. I still need to commission a thumbnail from him. His DMs are open on Twitter. I really don't want to use Twitter. I'm sure Bacon has like a blue sky or something if you want to use a blue sky. No, you know what? I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure Bacon's Discord DMs are probably open, right? He's like a mod on like, oh, actually, maybe he's not a mod on the Vinland's Discord. Maybe he's only a mod on the subreddit. I don't know. But I feel like his DMs are probably open. I don't know. I don't know how else you could contact Bacon. Pay him like $1 a month or whatever his like membership thing is and leave a comment. I don't know. Or maybe just like unironically leave a comment like a video or something. I don't know. It is what it is. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. Tales of the Underworld official trailer reaction. Crazy. Next time I will come to stream and I'll have a bunch of my best examples of AI art. And then we're going to do a thing. Is it AI art or not AI art? Okay, we'll see. I might try DMing him on Discord. Oh, you know what? I didn't even question. Maybe Mr. Gems doesn't have Discord. But I feel like he sent me links in the chat. No, he definitely has a Discord. Maybe. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway. I guess that's that. Thanks for coming. See you. Who knows when? Probably next time. When is that? What's today? Wednesday? Probably... Oops. Probably not tomorrow, but you never know. Bye-bye.